And here we are, session 23 of the Sphere of Power campaign, moving right along. The group has been in the pyramid for quite a while now. We've gone through, what, 3 or 4 different levels within the pyramid, not counting the temple outside. And now you managed to figure out after last session how to leverage some magic controls to muck with gravity and float on up gracefully, amazingly enough, to a ledge that surrounds a room of waterfalls, palm trees, and whatnot. Sorry, it's not
pineapples.
And exploding pineapples. So my apologies that's not depicted on the map, but technically that's another level, and I didn't want to get too confusing or waste too much time on that. Let's see, for everyone's benefit, let's get the calendar, time, and data. And let's see. So, description, that would probably help. All right. So, the ledge, 3 to 5 feet wide, encircles the base of the dome. Its inner edge is octagonal and overlooks the palm trees and pool below. Its outer edge follows the curve of the 30-foot diameter dome, which sits atop 20-foot high walls. The tops of the palm trees are easily reached from this walkway. Their pineapples easily picked. Hanging from the lip on the south octagonal wall, just below the ledge, is the head of a carved lion, water gushing from its mouth. In the dome wall above this carving, there is a door. So that's the door I highlighted on the south part of the map. The sound of rushing water is muffled here, and faint but steady rapping can be heard from behind a large cut stone in the wall on the east side of the dome. The stone is 4 feet square by 2 feet thick. The rapping is in series of 3s.
Should I just kick this door in? Or just open it gently?
The decisions we must make.
Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe.
Right.
Kick it in and throw a fireball. Or better yet, we've got all those pineapples.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
somebody can grab one of those pineapples and I'll kick it, and somebody can throw it in, and we'll just take that, flashbang in.
It'd be cool if you could like catch one of the pineapples in like a bag of holding and then just throw it with the bag of holding.
Oh man,
that would be
You got artillery.
How to implement nuclear weapons inside fantasy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just want to be sure that I'm understanding this correctly. So I can see the little bit of the hallway that goes that way. And then the rapping
there's a
is
door
coming
there.
from...
I just kind of highlighted that so you know that there's a door there.
Right. And then the rapping comes from that direction?
From where Fekish is, yes.
Okay. And the waterfall is just below the ledge in that direction, right?
Correct. You're on it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Hagen and I could smash a wall.
Keith, can we fade the grid a little?
Can we what a little?
Fade the grid.
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, in the color of the grid, you can set the opacity.
Grid.
Because the parts that aren't black are a little overpowering. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Now we can see the grid and not feel like the grid is taking over the image.
That's a good point.
I
could just do that too.
Yeah, you can make the grid go away completely if you want to. Yeah, this is one of the things I like about the Unity map tools is that you can actually not only change the color of the grid, but you can change the opacity so that it fades into the background, so it's not as overpowering. I've had some grids in Classic that you couldn't see the map for the grid. There we go. Sorry, just had to mention that. So which way are we going, guys?
I was just trying to envision what was going on. I was wondering if whatever's wrapping is caused by water flow. You know, if something was floating around the water and it's thump, 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 thump because water is pushing it against the wall. I don't know. That's just curiosity.
I'm not so sure. It's possible, but I'm not so sure because the waterfall, the water is underneath us. And the tapping is from over here, like on this level.
I wonder if the tapping would continue if we reversed gravity. Just a thought. Maybe say have the dervishes go down there and say the words.
Oh, we still have those two guys with us?
Yeah, and one of them
We
did
haven't
it.
killed
And
him
everything
yet.
was fine.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about them. I need to bring them out, don't I? Two dervish hunters that are kind of shitting in their boots.
Yeah, one of them's like, I'm gonna have some of this pineapple. Cuts it with his knife.
Yeah, they're a little cautious, and very confused.
They're following along because they realize they're safer with you guys, but they still don't know what the hell we're getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did dive on an exploding pineapple for him.
Yeah, they're
They do
kind
kind
of
of want to,
traumatized by that.
They do kind of just want to get out of here, whereas we're more interested in exploring the place because we're looking for something.
Yep.
So do we want, there's no door, it's just a solid wall and there's a tapping on the other side of the wall?
Next to Fekish,
Right.
correct. There is, as explained in the third paragraph that I posted,
Oh, I see.
behind a large cut stone in the wall on the east side of the dome. It's 4 feet square by 2 feet thick, although you wouldn't really know the thickness of it yet.
Right. I still
here's
think
a-
we could smash it.
Here's a thought if we want to mess around with the stone is that if we make the room buoyant again, it'd probably make the stone a little bit more easy to manipulate.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a thought.
Let's
Also might make it easier for her to open the door and throw pineapples. Also a thought.
Let's why don't we inspect the door and see, or the block and the area around the block and see if maybe there's some kind of mechanism to get it to move. And if there's not, then we can, smash it open and manipulate gravity and things like that. But let's just inspect it to see if there's a something.
That would be a way too smart thing to do in lack of a rogue, and that's why we have two Goliaths to smash it.
Smash the wall. No.
But I want to inspect it.
I get it. I'll do it.
Yeah, no, I'm down.
Or I'll give you advantage if you want.
Okay.
I'll
Kale
give Fekish-
kind of likes
yeah.
to draw things.
Yeah, do it.
She likes to
I'm
draw
a
things and she
+4
likes
on
to make notes.
investigation.
So we are doing investigation, and then advantage because at least one person is helping me look around and poke at this thing and see if we can figure out if there's a mechanism to open it.
Yes.
Sure, I can assist too.
Yeah, well, is there any script or anything around this? Or is it just, let me look at this description before I ask a question again.
The description did not mention anything.
This
It
is
did not.
not unlike a large brick wall. The bricks
Hmm.
being as wide as I described,
Correct.
4 feet square. So they're pretty big. And one of them just seems to stand out from the rest of them. And as you look closer upon it, you realize it's because the grout around the edges is mostly missing. Apparently, it's been kind of worked on. And you're still hearing that sound coming from the other side, which basically sounds like it's not It's metal on stone. It definitely doesn't sound like a pick. It's not that heavy, but yeah, it's a sound of light metal on stone in series of threes, and it's coming from behind that stone, which appears to be loosened.
What's the consistency of the tap? Is it tap, 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 or is it more?
If you just push on the stone a bit, does it move at all? I mean, everybody's talked about hitting it or breaking it, but
Yeah,
what if you
right.
just push on it?
Okay, well, I mean, with your finger, it's not going to move, but if you put a little bit of force behind it, it does seem like it's loose. And
Let's
as
do
far as the
this.
frequency of the tapping, it does seem to be pretty consistent, but not perfectly.
See, that's why the wizard's here, for the brains.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Yeah, I'll
changes
try and
things.
move that fucker.
And the
A little
fireball.
loose. Are you sure?
I mean,
Okay.
Yes,
Caleb
you
is
are
gonna
right.
Come
And
over here
the
and
wizard, the wizard's here for the brains and the fireball. Yes.
yes, I'm a +5 on strength.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't move it, bro. I'm saying it's purposely movable with something behind it that you don't know what it is. So just saying.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah, that is everybody backing away from Maddie, right? Like
I do have the periaptical enclosure. I'm good. I'm good.
all right, all
I'm
right.
all up on healing spells, so knock yourself
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I'm just looking at my spells, seeing if I got anything. Read this real quick.
I also have that remove curse ready at some point for that.
Yeah, I'm
tooth
gonna. So before I move the door, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, so I get a +2 bonus to my AC for 10 minutes.
Okay, make sure you target yourself and then cast it.
Ooh,
Make
yes.
sure it appears as an effect for you.
All right. Delete it. How do I target myself again? Oh, never mind. I see.
You should just have to hold down Control and click on yourself.
Oh shit! I clicked it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think it only applies once, though. You should be okay, but
Cool.
I'll get rid of the extra ones. Yeah, that would make things a little difficult, but okay. So it's
what is the effect that it has? Because the effect coding that you've got, it doesn't that you put on
Oh, I
doesn't
forgot about
actually
the
do
coding. Shit.
anything except concentration saves. So there should be another effect, I think.
should be something here.
Yeah.
So
AC2. Here we go. Okay. Self. Oh, I cast the one for somebody else. This is the one for me. Sorry.
You don't actually need both on. There you go.
I got rid of that.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
Sorry.
you put that up there, and
Yep.
how are you approaching this obstacle?
I mean, I'll just try to find a nice place to get my hands on either side of it, and I'll first try giving it a push.
Probably a good idea because your fingers are kind of fat to fit in between the grout work. Most
Right.
of the others probably could get their fingers in there, but not you two Goliaths.
Okay.
Goliath sausages.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Ben Grimm type fingers. I can't pick up a phone. Okay.
Right.
But since you decide to push on it, you notice that the stone is indeed loose.
Okay. Should I just push it all the way?
You're gonna try to push it through?
Yeah, I'll try to just. Yeah.
As you start
Remove
pushing
the
on
fire.
it, you hear what sounds like a voice coming from the other side. Can't quite make out what it says or it's saying, but it seems high-pitched, but not feminine.
I'll stop pushing.
Does it sound frantic?
Excitable, but maybe not frantic. And as you stop pushing, you kind of can make it out a little bit better. What's going on there?
He's freaking out because it's a pull me door and not a push me door.
I have a. Can I borrow somebody's or hey, if you have some mountain climbing pythons, maybe just and pull this fucker out. I have a priest pack, so I don't have anything like that.
Who has a python?
Let's see.
I
Hunting
don't
trap,
think I do. I
traveler's
have lots of
clothes.
things, but I have a grappling hook. I have like,
I might
Lots of
ruin it,
what?
but I think I could make it work.
but I have no python.
Yeah, if anybody has any climbing gear, you should have a couple of pythons from the explorers pack anyway. I'm pretty sure.
I do not
No,
have
not the explorer's pack, the dungeoneer's pack.
dungeoneering kit. Yep.
That's okay. Right. Okay. Shit.
I have a hunting trap, maybe. No.
Hey Jim, my access just
Iron
closed.
spike. Does anybody
Yeah,
have iron
sorry about that. I was trying to plug something in by my wireless
No
router,
worries,
and
bro.
I turned the whole thing off. So
Oh shit, that's cool. That's
yeah,
fine.
so
Oh,
yeah, so I got booted from the game. Everything got booted off. So I'll let you know when it's all up and running again.
No worries. No worries.
Man, where's that stimulus at? You said you were getting this dope computer.
Me?
Thought that's what you said you were going to do. You and Jem were going to go PC gaming instead of PS5.
I am. I'm waiting.
my
I'm
cousin
securing
is in the
a truck.
process of ordering equipment for his new Z590 Rocket Lake system.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, mine was the one I'm looking at's like 1,200 to start. So
Yeah, I've been my son does a bunch of YouTube videos. He's been recording his playing on Xbox and rendering them, and he's using DaVinci Resolve to edit them. And it's just killing my 2015 MacBook Pro. I've had it crash multiple times. It's just way too much. And so I've been looking at getting a gaming PC just to process all that data.
yeah, right.
I've learned that it's not just the demands that we put on our systems now, it's the demands that our progeny have learned to put on their systems.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
For sure.
Okay, I think everything's connecting again. I'll send you another code in a minute.
Cool. No worries.
How are we going to attempt to attach or grasp onto this? I guess it's a sandstone block.
Well, you were pushing,
I've-
right?
Yeah, I was pushing it in. That's why I'm like, yeah, we have to get it. We have to slam something into it so we can pull it.
Well, it's only sandstone, man. You can take the one on the edge of my hand axe and kind of go at 2 angles and almost make a handle out of it.
Wait. Don't we have a rope that will attach it? Oh, I need to point to attach itself. Never mind.
Yeah, it needs to have something to attach to. It ain't gonna.
I was gonna say, couldn't we just slap that bitch on there?
I mean, I've got a crowbar and a grappling hook.
Yeah, let's try the crowbar. I think the crowbar will work.
Well, like I said, Keith just said it's sandstone. It's not all that.
Right.
So it's kind of,
Okay, I just sent you a new code.
Thank you.
I mean, like I said, you could use the edge of my hand axe and almost make an old school handle, like come up at an angle and keep digging until you're under the face of the sandstone and grab it with your fingers and pull it out.
Yeah, sure. I'll give that a go. I'm reconnecting now. Yeah, or if you want to give it a go.
I guess.
I'll let you take a crack at it.
All right, Keith, can you kind of grasp on what I'm trying to do here?
With the crowbar or something else?
No, I'm going to use the edge of my hand axe and kind of work away and scrape away at the sandstone. I mean, sandstone shouldn't be overly strong, right?
You are correct about that. So, you kind of have a little bit of a difficulty in that the weight of the stone seems to be more that you're chipping away at the stone or grinding it down than actually getting a good hold on it and able to move the bulk of it. But with a little bit of finesse and wriggling and whatnot, and it takes you probably a good 5 or 10 minutes. you're able to loosen it, but the whole time that you're doing so, you hear this chattering in the background and you can't quite make out what he's saying, what it's saying, but you are pretty sure it's in common anyway. So that's somewhat
Cool.
It's
So what
going to
I'm
be a horde of goblins.
So what I'm attempting to do is I'm scraping away with the edge of my hand axe, with a corner piece of my hand axe, to get up underneath the face of the stone, and then continue to work under it to make a graspable handle. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt just to see if the gods of luck are working with you or against you.
All right. What do we want to use, sir? Such a performance, persuasion, religion, sleight of hand, survival.
I'd be thinking that's a dex check, so you don't break it, the whole chunk right out. You know what I mean? Like how careful you
You
be.
you shut your whore mouth with giving up my negative.
I know. Well, like once you said, "Should I do a check?" I was like, "That would have been good."
Making the fighter do a dex check. That's fabulous.
Oh,
I mean, I could see, dexterity survival.
Sure.
yeah, see, survival is much better roll for me. I was actually looking to see dungeoneering, but that's a
survival
4E.
much better roll if you change it to dexterity.
Mhm.
Well,
Survival
we
is
could,
normally wisdom, but if you change it to dexterity, is it really that much better than just a raw dexterity check?
and if we mix the two and say the -2 with the +4 just makes it a +1. Huh? Huh? Now there's some negotiation.
Because the way 5th edition works, you can change you're supposed to change the
Oh, that's
the
yeah.
stat
I see what
bonus
you're
that goes with skills, so that you get the proficiency bonus for the skill, but then it's not hard coded as survival is always wisdom. Survival can be whatever the DM calls for.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's
Sorry, my headset fell out. So I missed the end part of that. But I see what you're saying. I can change the survival to a dex, and comically enough, it makes it a +1.
nice.
Seriously, if you go to your survival, if you go to your skills tab, and then you change your stat allocation, it adjusts for you.
Yeah.
Oh no shit. Okay.
So,
Okay.
so I changed
My
it to dex, and
dexterity
it
bonus
makes it a
and my
+1.
wisdom bonus happen to be the same, so it makes no difference for me. But for some of you, it will make a huge difference.
It does make a difference. Anyway, what would you like to do, boss man?
Did we lose him?
Me?
I don't know. Yeah.
You the boss.
I don't know.
Okay. I guess I missed the question while you guys were talking about what you were doing. But I'm still here.
What
kind of
type
check
of
do we wanna
roll would
do?
you like to make?
Oh, the type of roll. Got you. My apologies. In this case,
Though, like Alex was saying, if I do a survival but change my stat to dex and make a survival dex roll, it takes my +4 survival to a +1 instead, considering my dex stats. So I thought that's kind of a cool way to look at it.
okay. And why exactly do we think it's a survival roll?
Sorry,
We
my network
just
dumped
think
one more
it's some
time,
kind
so
of
I might have gotten
dexterity
kicked out.
roll.
No worries, man.
Dexterity
precision
roll
of what he's
pull
trying
out
to
the
do.
stone or push it through the stone.
To create the
to
handle.
carve the handle is a dexterity roll, we're thinking.
Gotcha.
Survival
And we're
knowledge
just
with a
trying to think of what
dexterity skill.
Yeah,
we're just thinking what
yeah,
skill
I think
might
we're
be
over adjudicating it because I think I had already mentioned that it's taking them a little bit of wriggling and whatnot to compensate for the weight of the stone, but you're kind of able to do so.
Okay.
And
So
while you're
Nice.
tapping and tapping at it, actually, what I will have you write or roll, everyone, go ahead and do an insight check.
in the tower.
Of course.
I can't do one right now. I don't think Jim can either.
Yeah, hang on. I'm getting him. I'm getting it set back up. Sorry. This was total user error one more time. So, but I think I've got it fixed now. So just a second. I got to send him a code, and then we'll both be able to do the roll.
Well, it won't be long till we have those Bluetooth dice and we can roll from home.
Messing with your router. All right, so
I don't know about anybody else, but I didn't spend the $200 for a set of polyhedrals to roll.
I wanted to, but I didn't have the money.
Yeah, I was
wanted
kind of in
to,
the same
but-
thing.
I showed my wife the thing, and like I had it all set to go, and I showed it to her, and her eyes kind of bugged out, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. That's a bad idea."
I sent you the code.
Okay,
See,
cool.
it's a really cool idea, but then
It
when you get
is.
to the price tag attached to one set of polyhedrals, you're like,
Yeah.
Right.
nope, not worth it.
Yep.
Yeah, we were talking
Yep,
about this.
exactly.
60 to 80 I think is kind of a decent price point, you know.
Yeah.
You have a
I
Bluetooth
can-
headset that runs about that. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, none of the tech that they've put out in the Pixels dice is proprietary. They're once the dice are out, that technology is free.
Right.
So that'll be pretty cool.
Okay, there you can get yourself connected back up. All right, I
Yep.
promise it won't reboot anymore.
All right, so Haig,
You need to hold on a second.
as your Varric is the one, or who's carving the stone, Redrith or Varric?
Haig.
Oh, Haig is. Okay, so then yeah, this actually makes sense then. So Haig, as you're carving at the stone, after you pushing on it, the chattering or the voice on the other side stops. And so you start working on carving the handle out of it. And as you're doing so, you notice, not right away, but as you're doing it, that the tapping is now changed to kind of mimic the pattern that you're doing. So if you're like chip, chip, scrape, you suddenly hear chip, chip, scrape on the other side. And then if you like, do a long scrape, you kind of hear the same sound coming from the other side, just muffled and muted.
Okay.
Interesting.
So if I do shave and a haircut, it's not going to do 2 bits. It's going to copy me.
Correct.
I'll be like that one. Okay.
let's, Let's yank this fucker out of here, huh?
Well, I'm thinking about just pulling it out enough if there's cracks on the side to open the cracks. I don't want to leave it a whole lot of room and just go ape shit. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
I'm just thinking
Yeah, find
about
out what it
wiggling
is
up.
first.
Yeah. And it's mimicking what I'm doing.
Well, at this point, one of the dervish hunters comes up and looks up at Varric and says, I might be able to get my fingers inside there. I'd be happy to give it a try. It
Let the dervish do it.
Yeah, let the dervish do it.
All right.
We'll tell them to do it, and I'm gonna take everybody else's call and just move right the fuck out of the way. Go ahead, guys. You got it. You got this.
All right.
Don't
so-
pull it out all the way.
I'm going to stay close by. Just do it with caution.
Gotcha. And so the two dervishes get their fingers in there relatively easily. And they're not exactly, small men. They are trained warriors and guards as compared to the Goliaths. They don't look that impressive. One seems to have a bit of a problem finding a good handhold. The other one's able to get his hand around on both sides. And they spew a few words of their native tongue at each other. And one sounds like he's getting frustrated at the other for a moment, and then is able to actually pull out the brick a little bit. And it comes out a few inches, and you hear an excitable squeal coming from the other side of the stone. And as the two dervishes pull out the stone, there's just barely enough room on the ledge for the stone. And they kind of look at each other. One looks to the backside, and the other one just kind of throws his eyes up and pushes the stone off the ledge into the dome area.
And lets
Which-
it fall away.
Slowly, because the anti-grav effect is still in effect. And at this
Oh,
point,
How many pineapples are going to explode? That's my question.
Well, it's kind of feather falling, so it should be cool.
I thought we turned it off.
did you turn
Yeah,
it
I
off?
jumped up here. Yeah, I jumped
My
up
notes
here
say
and
that we
attached a
turned it
rope,
off.
and everybody climbed up a rope to get up here. Yeah, so it would be off.
Okay,
They would
if you turned it off, then it's falling full speed. And
And not the pineapples off.
And in a couple of seconds, it's going to come right back up at very high speed.
yeah, after it smashes the altar, you know.
with a little bit of a fueled propellant behind it.
Let's see.
Well, Keith did say we were going to have fun today.
Well, the question is, if it's that heavy, I mean, what happens if there's a part of dungeon underneath that floor?
Well, the two dervishes were able to slide it out, so it wasn't too heavy.
Well, I think that happened because the anti-gravity issue, right? Like thinking that there was more buoyancy, this thing was easier to move.
No, not true.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, since you turned it off, you wouldn't really notice it, but just to players, not to characters, it actually, the anti-grav does not affect anything on the ledge. Once you step onto the ledge,
okay.
the anti-grav.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, let me trying to find something quick.
Oh,
Okay, so
I'll be right back.
and no pineapples are dislodged from the stone falling.
Nice. The dervish on the shoulder and be like, good job. I was nervous for a second there. I was like, man, yeah, this could be bad. That thing.
So obviously everyone sees the stone come out, and just as what's behind it would be exposed, the group notices, oh, the dervishes are just dumping the blocks. So everyone's looking over the side like, oh crap, what's going on? And it falls down, and you all sit there and kind of hold your breath and hold on to the edge and hope none of the pineapples dislodge. And you see like one or two of them kind of look like they're about to fall, and you're just sitting there waiting.
a couple drops of pee come out.
Hmm?
Sorry. Go ahead.
What comes out?
Couple
Pee.
drops of pee.
That I could see for some. So after, a few seconds, however much time it finally takes you to realize that, okay, yeah, we don't have to deal with anything down there. Oh, what's on the other side of the stone? You all turn your head up and look in the direction of the stone and see that there is a passage that descends into the depths of the tunnel. And in the middle of the passage there, where did it go? Hold on. No, not that. You see a small gnome staring up at you. And he's holding in his left hand a spoon, a metal spoon, probably
What is
bronze,
spoon, cousin?
but it looks rather bent and beaten and definitely pot marked. And he looks up at all of you and goes, "Oh wow, you guys are big. What you doing here?"
What are you doing here, small one?
I'm digging. I'm digging the tunnel.
With a spoon.
He holds up the spoon and shows it to you. Yes, see? Spoons are wonderful. They're very, very powerful.
Okay.
I wouldn't let him
Yeah.
get too close to you just in case he starts spooning for something else.
How long you been digging, buddy?
He looks down at his hands and he holds up 3 fingers and goes, 5 years. I've been digging for 5 years.
Mm.
How far have you made it?
You want to see? The tunnel goes all the way back there. There's a treasure back there too, if you want it.
Hey, insight check him. Is this guy fucking with us?
Magic words.
Roll
Yeah.
them bones.
That's right.
All
I'm going.
right.
I'm going. I'm
All
going.
right.
I'm going.
Big Varric, Redreth.
Oh, what are we doing? Sorry, I was taking notes.
We're rolling
Insight
an
check to
insight
see if
check
he's
to
both
see how
in.
legitimate this little dude is.
Correct.
Insight, you said?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so Haig, Varric, Redreth, Fekesh, Kaoli. You all find him quite amusing, but for all intents and purposes, he seems quite innocent to you. He definitely does not appear to be any kind of threat.
Okay.
And his spoon offers no additional concern.
Okay.
How well do you know the rest of the pyramid?
The tunnel go back to the cave and then go back into the storage room.
Tunnel goes back
Hmm.
into the cave.
I don't
How
remember
long
a
have-
cave or a storage room, so.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, tell him to lead the way. I'll
Yeah,
tell him
lead
to
the
lead
way,
the way.
buddy.
Lead the way, small one.
Redreth will definitely follow.
Can I,
Oh,
if we step into his tunnel, can I just look at the wall? Does it actually look like it was dug out by a spoon?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Actually,
That's a
you notice
lot of spooning.
I'm there.
scallop marks are pretty much exactly the same size as that spoon.
Hmm. Okay.
The big question is, what has he been doing with the sand?
You're getting
Has he
all
been eating
technical
it?
and shit.
He could be eating it. I mean,
Albie says, let it go. Let's just see what's in it.
yeah, we'll let him lead the way.
So he jumps up a little bit, which is, basically what, like a 2-inch hop. And he's like, yay, Quid has friends. Speaking of which,
Thank God I'm a cat. I don't have to talk to this guy.
Give him a ride.
Yeah, go
Get
scoop him
out
up.
of here. What do you think I am? A kid right outside of a supermarket?
Yep, I'll stay right up next to Redrith.
Yep, I'll walk right along behind him. Follow him. Let's go see what's back there.
Mhm.
Who's got the light?
And and what's the tunnel size?
Light
Because
would
he's a
be a
gnome
good,
and I'm a Goliath.
If it's dark, I can do the dancing lights thing
Okay.
or the torch. Do we still have a torch lit or?
I do.
We may be out of luck, Maddie.
Oh, you're
Does
thinking, well, the stone wasn't very small. Right?
Yeah, but the tunnel, he's making a tunnel for himself. Is he going to
Maybe.
take into
That's a good
consideration,
point.
hey, I want a couple Goliaths to be able to fit in here in case I find them on the opposite side of a sandstone.
Yeah, he's 3
No,
feet tall and digging a 6-foot tunnel.
Right.
I think that the tunnel would be maybe 4 feet tall tops.
So we're crawling. Most
Yeah.
of us, all of us are crawling.
Ugh, and that just doesn't seem like a good idea to me.
So I'm not right behind Redrith because my face isn't right in his ass, but I'm like, I'm close.
All I can say is thank God I'm already on 4 legs.
Yeah, right. He's like doing
In this
that
case, it
cat
does
stretching
help.
thing.
Does help.
You're still out by the exploding pineapples right now, too.
Oh yeah.
I'll take my chances with the pineapples. Staying back. It's a little too tight of a tunnel for me.
Gonna follow. It's kind of awkward because it's really not small enough that she feels like she needs to crawl, but she's actually too tall to stand up straight.
Oh,
But yeah.
I'm taking the stuff. If Redrith's going, I'm going in. So that's what I was hired to do.
Keep an eye out for anything I'd like.
Okay.
We'll make sure and find the things you like and keep them for ourselves.
See, that's why my brother's going. Man's got my back.
All right, so this is where stuff gets interesting.
Okay, I got a fireball. We're good.
Is the treasure?
Fireball solves everything, apparently.
Because what could go wrong with a fireball in a 4-foot tunnel?
That's right.
Absolutely nothing.
What do you get feeling when you make yourself a cup of tea,
Oh.
you fireball?
What is that? Okay.
There's somebody big there.
Yeah. You want me to go in first? Can I stand up yet? Do we
I think
know
we've
if
got to
he-
get out of it. I'll go this way, and then you can get in.
I'll take a look around.
What do we have?
Don't advance so quick so much yet.
Okay.
At the end of the narrow, low-ceilinged, twisting tunnel lies a rough cavern, made more by force than grace from the fitted stones of the pyramid. Jumbled blocks are strewn about the floor. The cavern measures roughly 30 feet north to south and 40 feet east to west. Something can be seen glittering in a small cave in the northeast corner. A huge, dark shape stands in front of the cave in stony silence.
That's pretty awesome. What do you want to do?
I want to know if, knowing Goliath background and said things like this, if you want to say anything to me. I should just shut up though. That's meta. Haig the player, not Haig the character, would like to fight the big bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of this guy. So I'll lean towards the gnome and be like, which way is the treasure?
Where did the gnome go?
Oh, that's a great point. Is the gnome gone?
No, he's here. I see him
I
on
just
my
don't
map.
see
I
him on the
see him on
map.
the shared map, though. I'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, he's on my. no,
Told you I'd
there
get
he
the
is.
He's squirrely.
Ah,
Just a little squirrely. So he looks up at Haig, who he seems to be
Varric, Haig's in the other room.
Huh?
Varric,
Haig is it?
Haig is in the other room.
I'm sorry, I keep mixing up the brothers, and I really should start getting. You know what?
Haig's got the white background.
Inspiration every time I mix you guys up at this point.
Cool. I
don't
dig
got
it.
Right. All right. So he looks up at Varric, and not admiringly, but he's looking up to him. You know, it's like, oh, he's big, he's strong, he's obviously not willing to squish me. I like this guy. So he points over at the big thing and he says, "It's behind him." And sure enough,
Okay.
as you look over there, you can see something glinting behind the figure.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah.
I suppose we should probably let Haig know what's going down here.
Yeah. We'll maybe KL can go let
That or you can relay the information to me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're just We'll tell Fekish to let everybody know to get in here that it's going down.
Did I mistakenly give away something? And you guys know what you're going after here?
No.
No,
We're
there's,
just ready to go
there's
kick
just a,
some
there's
ass.
just an icon that looks rather large over on the other side of the room.
Just making sure. Just
Mhm.
making sure we're all here.
Yeah, that's about all you
Case
can
this-
pretty much make out at this point. but-
Yeah, it's just that icon is a lot bigger than our icons. So that's all.
It could just be representing a statue.
Yeah, no.
I want to punch that statue in the
As a player,
face.
I don't think so, but you know, it could.
You know when you guys like go where all that sand gone? It looked like that where the sand could have gone to make that thing.
Good point.
Very talented sculptor.
So I'll ask the gnome, is that thing gonna attack us if we go for the treasure? What is that
Looks up at-
statue?
He looks up at you with wide eyes and doesn't say anything and just nods his head up and down with his eyebrows very wide.
I want that. I'm gonna look at Redrith and be like, I want that treasure.
Oh, we are so on.
I want to. Can I hear him say that to Redrith? Because I'm going to yell, "I want them bragging rights."
I'm gonna pull out my flail. And
Can I
just
make
be
any
like, say the
movement
word and
action yet, or
I will go collect the treasure.
I will
Do I have
step.
a shield too?
Yeah, I will step this way in the room and down away, giving room for other people to come in.
Same. I'll just step in a step and let everybody get here before I really do anything.
I will step over this way so that people can squeeze past me. I'm not interested in going into the room just yet. If that
Well,
thing's
you've still got
attack
a
us,
reasonably good angle on it from where you're at. So
Yeah.
sorry, I just got a phone call that interrupted. Did I miss anything good?
Fireball.
yeah, we all died. It's your turn.
Sweet, I'm coming in. Double move.
So Dan and Ant, are you going to stay? Okay, there we go. So you're moving up there. What about you, Ant?
I will probably come to about here, so I can reinforce with healing spells or backup plan if things go to hell.
Can we see behind him? I mean, do we see the glinting golden whatever?
From the ground.
Yeah, we see a little glint behind him.
I mean,
I'm
is,
actually not
is,
gonna
is
pull.
this like a genie in a bottle kind of thing? Like just a little Aladdin's lamp on the ground, or is there actually a pile of goods back there?
That's a good point.
You can't tell how much is there.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my
definitely
new sword.
Something behind it could be rubble, it could be a pile of treasure, but there's definitely something in there that's glinting and glowing.
All right.
I'm gonna say I could always just misty step behind him.
I could do that too.
You could.
I mean, I think it would be more advisable for me to bamf behind him real quick
Probably.
and maybe set up some flanking advantage.
Right.
I don't think that's a terrible idea. I would be okay with that course of action if that's what we want to do. But that might that's going to put me in a bad spot. That's for sure.
Quit being a pussy.
Fine, I do it. I misty step behind the fucking thing and go look, try to take a look at this treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I've got my bow ready because you guys are clearly intent on
Smashing.
activating this thing and making it attack. So
Yep.
yeah.
What a Goliath would do. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I won't move my token until you give me the go, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in behind him with a misty
You do
step.
apologize and ask for permission.
All right.
He says, all right.
So it begins.
And here Elohir's thinking, wow, I haven't had a TPK in a while.
Oh, did I get caught by the wall on that move?
Looks like it.
My bad.
Fantasy ground system
Teleportus
taking
interruptus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll bamf behind him, and then I'm just gonna stand there, both hands on my sword. Does this thing start moving once I'm there?
Hold on. All right. So we got the area exposed. It's very strange.
Roll initiative. Find out.
Yeah.
All right. That's very strange.
What happened?
My map, you are behind him, but I see on the shared screen you're still sitting off in the wall in front of him.
Yeah, it moved me, and then it moved me back. I didn't. That's weird.
Rubber banding.
Keith, right click on the map and hit view sync client view. It's supposed to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, that did not move.
It looks different than what I have on my screen.
That's
That's weird.
annoying.
I just want to say I did not break your network.
Okay, fortunately, I
There we
can
go.
move you over there manually. That does work. Okay, with that in mind, though, now everyone roll initiative.
All righty.
Did it roll mine? My dice bounced, but nothing popped up in the chat. What the fuck?
I know it's a low
Yeah,
roll when the
Derek
camels are
didn't-
going ahead of me.
Yeah, that kind of.
Oh, yep. It helps if I drop the dice into the chat. Stupid. Fortuitous.
I just put it on. I just put it on my hotbar, and then I just hit the F1 key, and it rolls it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
have one key.
All right. So, nice job on the init, Varric. So you pop
Yeah.
in here, and you have first action.
Hell yeah.
I
So
don't
is
even
this thing
see.
like-
I don't see the whatever the statue is on the combat tracker at all. I don't know if it's there and hidden or whatever, but I just don't see it.
Okay, it is showing up in mine. Oh, think I see why. There we go.
There we are.
Unidentified creature.
There we go.
What happened on my screen? I see not one
But
identified creature, but two.
There we go. The second one went away.
Here you go.
There's
Or
only
sure,
one.
maybe
It was
she's
just a
hiding in the
duplicate
shadows.
icon. Don't worry about it.
I was like, wait a second, are they popping up out of the stone now? Like,
TPK. TPK.
So
I was
do
gonna-
I
I was
still
going to say a
have?
quick whoops.
my Shield of Faith active? It is active for 10 minutes. Has it been about?
I don't
Do
think
I
it took
still
us
have
very
it?
long to crawl through the tunnel.
Right.
Well, I
Yeah.
have to be honest and say you put that on before I started making the handle, and he said it took me 5-10 minutes to make the little
That's
grabbable
true.
whatever.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, it has been
So
more
it's
than 10
probably
minutes.
gone.
Okay.
You do have your stone's endurance, though.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a. It's moving, right? Like it reacted to me being here, or is it still just standing there?
That is a presumption based on your interpretation of the DM's actions. He has not done anything.
Okay. Then I'll just stand there for a second and hold my attack action with my sword, double-handed.
Okay.
So I'll just stand there for a second and see what happens. And if it moves, I'll take my action.
All right. So you're ready. You're basically doing a ready attack, a ready action.
Correct.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So Fekish, you see Varric appear behind him. And
I don't.
basically
Not from that spot, you don't.
Not from my line of sight. I wouldn't see anything. Besides, I'm back there with the torch with the dervishes.
correct. So you don't see anything at the moment. And the same applies to the two dervishes. Crit's kind of in the same boat. Though he kind of is peeking around the corner over here. But with that, the large creature immediately turns around at Varric. Well, no, not you.
He does spin around on me.
Yep, he spins around on you and begins his attack.
All right. And I will lash out with mine.
So, yep, you get to attack first because you have the ready action.
There it is. How do I set my sword to be, because it's the 1d8 and I've got both hands on it, right? Does it have does this sword have versatile? So it goes to the d10?
I believe so. Let me take a look and see if you have it coded in there. Hold on.
I forgot all about that,
If-
Alex. I'm sorry.
If the weapon
And Keith.
property, if the weapon has the versatile property with a die size correctly input, then you can just flip the little
yep.
hand icon on your character sheet to 2 hands, and it should change the die size.
Yep, it stayed at 1d8. It's fine. I'm cool with it. I will.
Oh, you mean Barathel?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think I need to add the versatile trait to it, but I do believe
Okay.
that would be applicable to a longsword, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Longsword
A
has
longsword
1
is
and 2 handed.
versatile.
And that's a property.
Looks like you
right?
didn't. Looks like you also didn't have him targeted, Medi.
Oh, son of a bitch. I thought I did. All right. What was it? Control right click, right?
Control left click.
Left click. Got it. There we go. Damn, so I gotta roll my d20 again. That was a solid roll.
All right. Well, with that,
Yeah, everything's in the car, but I'm 15.
So should I re-roll my d20?
no, we're going to count that as a solid hit because you were waiting for it to move. But go ahead and make your roll.
Man, a 1. I mean, at least it's magic.
All right. But it gets to respond.
Okay.
So he targets you. Oh boy. Okay. Why is it? Oh, duh. So I'm having a little problem here choosing its abilities. Why is this not working? All right. So he basically charges right at you.
Yeah, that hits.
And he basically pins you to the wall. Shield of Faith went down anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I turned it off. Didn't matter anyway.
And let's see where I'm looking for.
Man, you sound like you're getting frisky with a Goliath.
Yeah, he hit me pretty fucking hard.
I was thinking same thing. What's that one? Is it Basic Instinct? Never mind.
Have a sip of that.
Tell her no soup for you. Dan says so.
Can you do another Misty Step to get away?
I can't. At least not right now. Not until my turn.
Are you going to be able to do that if you're grappled?
I don't know if Misty Step. I'm not going to try and do that. No, I'm not going to burn the spell to Misty Step away. No.
But yes, Misty Step will get you out of a grapple.
Well, that's cool. Good to know.
Okay, and uh-oh. No, because of a certain effect, that's actually a bonus action. He's attacking you again.
Cool. Oh, cool. Maybe this was a bad idea. They might be dead.
And that does end his turn. So we'll skip
Cool.
over the camels. And your brother kind of heard you take a big whoo.
I think everybody heard him take a big hit.
Yeah, you heard me get slammed against the wall.
You probably felt it too, for that matter. Like
A little stone on
real
stone
building
kinkiness.
Unfortunately, I'm so far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And
8,
basically,
9.
you feel like you just got hit with a sandbag.
I'm not done. My map's just not open.
That tracks.
So here, if I'd have gone there, I couldn't see the full map, Keith, so I'm gonna go right here instead. I had to move my map,
Okay.
but that's pretty much all I can do.
That was with the.
Because that's a
dash
double
on,
move,
right?
isn't it?
That's a double move, yeah. So I'm just gonna go, hey! And try to take his focus off my brother.
Okay.
And I'm gonna press this button.
It's not saying a word. It's not making any kind of vocal sounds. It's amazingly silent and fluid, whatever the hell it is.
It's my turn, Fekesh.
Oh, sorry.
If you right
Now-
click on
now
your
I'm just
token,
making a
you can
mess.
cancel your move.
Thank you.
Yeah. What did happen
I
when
just
it was
discovered
Fekish's
this
turn?
today. It is Kaeli's turn, and Kaeli is going to take a shot at it because that's kind of what she does.
What did Fekish do on his turn though? Real
I think
He
quick.
didn't see
didn't.
anything. Yeah.
Right, he didn't see anything, so he just decided not to move.
Stupid.
That's
Yeah, he
right.
was holding
You're
the
still
torch for
kind-
the
You can
dervishes.
still kind of react at any point, Albie, because you had early initiative.
Yeah, then I would have moved forward on hearing the commotion. So,
All right, so.
but I'll wait. Let Callie go pincushion this thing.
Yep.
Excuse me, I have to
Before
do
walking.
some
into
things
response
because
now.
there we go. And then it has enemies within 5 feet of it. So I get that. And then I can roll my damage. I was kind of
Thunk.
afraid of that.
You know, like pincushion.
Oh,
Yeah.
resisted damage.
The arrow, it seems
Resisted
like
piercing.
the arrow goes into it and then either just like literally bounces off it when it should have stuck, or it just like heals over instantly or
Magic.
something. Yeah, it's very frustrating. It is not going to hurt. I cannot hurt this thing. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Varus just pinned against the wall, imagining what it would have been like to just be a barbarian.
So I'm going to attempt this, but I don't think it's going to work very well because I don't really have anything much to hide behind.
Okay, dry off, honey. Hold on.
That.
And wizard is up.
Got it.
So it's Redreth's turn.
Yep.
Yep.
Wizard.
Boy.
Don't fireball me.
Well, on the fire whole idea, I want to do flaming sphere, but if see any creature ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw. So I'll burn one or both of you if I do it.
Yeah.
That would have been nice because it's continual damage. Okay, well, if I can't do that, I will slide over here for a little better angle. Target him and do a chromatic orb. And I miss. That sucks.
That
All right,
does
well.
suck.
Not a time to miss.
Yeah, not a time to miss at all. Okay, I will also yell out, give me room for a flaming sphere.
I want to burn
Oops,
something.
I just re-rolled initiative. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, but I meant to pass the turn. So there you go.
Interesting. It seems
Oh,
like-
weird. It actually doesn't show any initiative for me.
Yeah, actually, yours, Mrs. and Kaylee's initiative all just disappeared on me.
That's weird. I hit the initiative button
weird.
by mistake, but yeah, how strange.
Very strange. All right. Fekish, you want to do what you're going to do?
Well, we're definitely going to move. If I can get that far. Or not. Got stuck on the rock.
And again, it's not a. What the hell?
Gremlins, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's again showing differently. Hold on. The hell?
Wiggle his token
Yep.
on your screen.
Yep.
That'll work. Can I still cast, or moving pretty much took up my action?
No, you only move 25
How
feet.
far
so-
did you move?
So you're within your movement limit, so you still have your action.
So I think I've got that gun. I'm gonna do a whole person on that thing.
Hold person.
Or try. Do I have them targeted?
I should point out this is a large opponent.
That probably would not work then. Doesn't say one way or the other. Spell third level or higher. What's humanoid? Yeah. Large
Yeah,
humanoid
it has
would probably
to
not qualify.
be humanoid.
Yeah, I would suspect you would realize that this is not, that would not be effective on this creature.
All right then. I will sit there and wait. Not much I can do. Not at the
Okay,
moment.
Ms., you're up.
Just to let you know, my initiative was 4 if you did lose my initiative.
That's fine. You're the last one in the round anyway.
Oh, awesome. Right, I will do what every cat does, arrive into the room late. Ow. I should technically get to about here. That word should finish. What? Yep, that's right. And I will look at the little gnome and then look at the sandy creature and go, oh, scratching paste. And then just sit down on my hunt and then just look at my nail, go, do I need doing? And then just end my turn there.
Okay. All right. So that begins round 2. Everyone do an insight check.
Right.
Well, that definitely wasn't the most impressive set of rolls. However, Varric and Fekish. So, Ms., you are consistent with your statement just now. You're thinking of it as a sandy-like creature, but Fekish and Varric, based on 1, the hits that you've taken, and 2, observing the other interactions, realize it's not made out of sand, but out of clay.
See, clay golem.
Ding, ding,
Good
ding,
to
ding.
know.
So the dervish hunters are sticking behind. They're either unwilling to or have no reason to get involved in this, so they're going to skip over it. Varric, you will go next, but I'm going to suggest that we take a 10-minute break, and then
Perfect.
with
Perfect. My son wants to show
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, we'll meet back here at 22.
Excuse me. Awesome.
Okay, good. Then I can go get food and a water refill.
And I'm going to do what I do best, get myself another cup of tea. So catch you fine folks in a bit.
Yes, tea is good too.
I just finally made my first coffee for the day, so.
Do you want us to notify your family that they're going to need to get a garden rake later to get you off the ceiling after you drink your coffee?
Oh, I drink plenty. I'm good. I actually don't drink coffee and drive because it gives me like this panic attack feeling. It's weird. Too much caffeine and sitting sucks for me. So I pace around a lot while we're gaming.
Right, try not to wear a hole in the floor, and I'll catch you all in a bit.
For sure. I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do here. What? I didn't know I had two magic fucking hammers this whole time.
Yeah, taking a hammer to it. If it's clay, that might not be bad.
Well, like I went with the flail and the Morning Star because they're D8s +5, and the hammers. Now that I'm looking at them, are 1d4 +5. They're magic though, but so's my sword.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you. So, how have everyone been doing over the last 2 weeks? Everyone been good?
Good, yeah. Just working. Took a couple of days off this week to play Outriders on the release day.
Oh, awesome. How you finding it?
I like it. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, good. What kind of game is it? I can't remember. I was looking into it last year and I forgot all about it.
What I'm most impressed with is how the developers are handling it.
Taking that feedback from the community and all that malarkey.
Feedback from the community and just really being transparent for any issues that have been coming up, which they've had, because of course it's, new game launch, that kind of shit.
I mean, that's what you want, really. I mean, I'm not bothered like if things go wrong along the company and developers is honest and like forthcoming. It's just when they try and brush it off and like and nothing.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like CD Projekt Red did with fucking Cyberpunk. Like, oh, this game's gonna revolutionize gaming, and then there's just dicks everywhere.
They really
We had
screwed
this
the pooch on that one.
revolutionary tech to make the garbage engaging too, and it was just dildos for 5 days.
I mean, is it like is Cyberpunk bad on all platforms or just on certain platforms?
Yep. So it was worse on console, right? But PC, like graphically, it wasn't bad. But I have a PS4, so when I got it, yeah, it looked like a PS3 game. The first couple days, like the graphics, nothing would load. If you went as fast as the vehicles could move, the world wouldn't render and shit. And like all of a sudden you're spawned in the middle of a freaking fully populated marketplace. And it's like, oh shit, whoops. And now the game's throwing you through buildings and shit.
Oh no, not good.
Oh, you'll have to get your PlayStation tag.
Yeah. I think it's the same. What am I in Discord? I think it's still Reaper 222x3.
How much of the problem they got sorted, or it just so buggy that they're probably never going to fix it properly?
They sorted it a bit early on. Like I told my daughter started playing it, right, and I was like, hey, be aware that there's you can have different size boobs and different size wiener. And she was like, what, why? So she ended up making like a Ken doll type character. But I was like, hey, don't go right out of your apartment. She was like, why? And I was like, because there's shit there you don't want to see. And she's like, well, now I want to know. And she went down and there was like 8 dildos all over like bookshelf and stuff. And I was like, see, you didn't want to go there. And luckily they took that out. Like it's still in the game. In a certain part of the city, you'll run into dildos in the trash, but it's not all over the fucking city. There's just a dick sitting in the middle of the goddamn sidewalk. Like, yeah, they fixed that, but a lot of it is still. The last time I quit playing it for a bit because I'm kind of hoping CD Projekt Red will do what No Man's Sky's developers did and finally give us the game they promised eventually.
Yeah. I hope so too. You don't reckon that some of the problem they're running into is because amount of crappy hours they put their team through and treat them a bit badly, and they just would like a bit like.
Well, the game and what they originally slated, as far as Cyberpunk goes, what they originally said they were going to put out and what they put out was nothing. Like
2 different animals.
And, oh yeah, for sure. Like they were like, oh, we made the character creation more robust. And if you look at the video from E3 2017, no, they cut it in half. You only actually end up with like a quarter of the character development that you were originally supposed to have. And honestly, I just think it's as far as Cyberpunk, that's the expectation of taking TTRPG to the digital platform, right?
Yeah.
Like we have a ton of character creation content on a TTRPG. You know what I mean? A lot of it's just flavor, but still it's there and can be done. So it's just like, man, no.
I mean,
well, the other thing that I thought was kind of funny, at least with Cyberpunk, is that you have all this character creation crap, but the game is solely first person.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't even see them. I hated that, man. And then that was another bug they had when you went in and could actually view your character. If you were a dude, your wiener was sticking out of your pants the whole time. And like even in the game, if you look down, yeah, your fly was down and your dick was hanging out.
Well,
it was
I guess if you're a female player, it's fun time for you. But as a male player, you're probably like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I did it. I enjoyed what I played. It is on my list of I didn't beat it because it was missing something, so I just haven't finished it yet. But yeah, it was I enjoyed what I played, but yeah, losing the third person and there was a lot they took from the game that I think really hamstringed them bad.
Yeah.
That could have been a dope one.
No, I'm like you. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with it. So it's still in my queue, but right now I'm pretty much stuck on Outriders and will be for a while.
Yeah. I've been looking at that one. I just picked up Mortal Kombat 11. So I've been going to town on that. That's been pretty fun.
By the way, what you guys think of Baldur's Gate so far? I know it's only in early access, not fully released, but has anybody played that?
It's on my radar. I know Keith wants me to get into it, but like I have more time for more games.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine bought it for me, so kind of made it more of an excuse. But I've done a beta run through the first session probably like 5 or 6 patches ago, and decided I don't want to keep recreating it, so I'm waiting until it gets fully released before I try to get back into it again.
Is that multiplayer or single player?
Yes,
multiplayer.
It is multiplayer. Okay. Well, I may look into it more often if it's multiplayer.
You can have up to 4 players, right, Keith, if I remember correctly?
I think that sounds right.
So like playing D&D, but just in a computer game, really.
Well, one of the ones my brother just turned me on to that's not out until June on my birthday. Dark Alliance, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance is.
That looks so good.
I already have it on pre-order.
The new trailer looking a hell of a lot better compared to the original trailer.
For sure. It does look killer. I'm pretty excited.
I got it on pre-order.
I'll have to take a look at it then. I was just going to ask if everyone's back, and Alex just went AFK.
I forgot my water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Did that last night.
What else are we waiting for?
I don't know. I'm here.
Jim?
I clicked my box.
Oh, sorry. Probably me again, not clicking the old box.
Goddamn cats.
Hey.
I will say, as far as games, I'm looking forward to Gotham Knights later this year.
All right.
But I need to upgrade to my PC because I don't want to buy a PS5.
Yeah. I'm on the fence about a PS5 right now too. So
I'm gonna get one eventually, sure, but I want to land my PC first. That's just a bigger investment and a bit of a learning curve. So
my PC's fine. It's the PlayStation 5 that I'm waiting on for them to get their. I don't want to buy first gen because I know that it's got problems and memory issues and all that shit.
Dude, my first gen PS4, I can turn it on, and as long as I don't do anything, it runs. But it won't play any games. It won't connect any controllers.
So it's a paperweight.
Yep, it's just a $600 paperweight because I bought it like the same month they came out. So it's Gen 1.
Yeah.
And I've cleaned it out. Like a couple of my buddies were like, "Oh, you just need to clean it out." No. They actually use a gold solder on the Bluetooth sync that I'm not buying, and I do not have the technical skills to use a expensive soldering material.
Sure. Well, knowing your limitations when it comes to electronics is not a bad thing.
Right. Yeah, because it's fucked either way, but nah. I'll just go buy a new one if I need to.
Okay. That's better.
All right.
Now I have water.
So who are we missing, Jim or Dan?
Jim.
Jim.
What?
Are you back,
Jim?
You didn't click the ready light.
Someone's still not. Well, we're gonna move forward. Someone will figure it out.
Did you click ready, Jim?
No.
There it is.
Ta-da, we have a full slate.
Ta-da.
All right, so the Goliath brothers. We're back to Varric.
Yes.
Just took a pummel.
Okay. Yep. I am going to bonus action Shield of Faith again. Let me get back to it. So I still have to target myself, correct? Even though there's a button here to click that says self.
No, if there is a self button, I don't think you need to target yourself. Is that true,
Okay.
Alex?
If the effect button says self, then that is correct. You do not need to target yourself.
Okay, and I will just click both self aspects. There we go. So my Shield of Faith is cast, and I still have this guy targeted, correct? Or just that? I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Can you re-up your Shield of Faith?
You have nothing.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You have nothing at the targeted at the moment.
Okay. Now I do, right? Yes, target undead creature. Yep. Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna take another swing at him. Burn my bonus, so I can't do.
Got flanking.
Are you sure you don't want to Misty Step away? You're almost dead.
I know,
I mean, that's
but
a bonus action. That's a bonus action, so you can still do an attack and then get away.
right.
You just bonus action.
No, I
to,
just bonus action Shield of Faith. Up my AC and give me some shit on my saves. So
okay. Good luck with that.
There should be a place that you can put your flaming sphere. It looks like that shouldn't hit me. Might hit Haig though.
But if it's in the square next to you, it still counts. So
right. All right, yeah. I'm just gonna take a swing at him. Come on, do it. There we go.
Nice. Solid hit. Not a crit, but solid.
Low ash rolls. And can I use my extra attack?
Yeah, level 5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that should help.
So close. And that's all I can do.
Yeah, it wanted to crit, but something said no.
Yep.
Should have Misty Step.
No.
You got action surge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but then that's all I can do. I don't have anything for range. Right. If I action surge, though, I should be able to. I could burn, but I bonus action Shield of Faith.
Keep in mind, he's got you grappled at the moment too.
Right.
That's what we were
No,
talking
I'm fine
about.
where I'm at. I'm good.
Jim
I activated
said
my Shield of Faith.
Jim was saying you could grapple out, or you could bamf out of a grapple with Misty Step.
But because Misty Step is a bonus action and he already used his bonus action,
right?
Even action surge doesn't give him his bonus action back. So
yeah, I was just going to look at that, so I wasn't sure if I got a bonus action with action surge. Yeah, it just gives me another couple of hits. But no, that's my turn. I'm good. Take a couple whacks at him and up my Shield of Faith. And I don't know how to pass turn.
Bottom left corner of the combat tracker.
All right. I think I'm going to be able to do something.
Sweet.
I probably have this coded wrong, so we'll find out. Cast Spiritual Weapon.
What was that noise, huh, Pop?
Whoops.
Wow.
Sorry,
Gremlin.
I had to run outside. There was a cat fight out in my yard.
Yay. I don't think I did not intend to roll twice. I think I rolled gooped.
Okay, spiritual weapon. So you attacked. First attack was 26. You've got a hit on there.
The second one was a goof.
But you only okay. So the second one was a goof. That's fine. So go ahead and roll for damage since you did hit with the first roll. And you can use that at a distance.
It says you create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration until the spell is cast again. You can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of the
Range
weapon.
is 60 feet. Yeah, you're good. Okay.
And I think I'm coded wrong for the damage because I think at 5th level it's 2d8 rather than
Put it on the far side next to Varric.
Hold on
I
a
don't
second.
want my flaming sphere to kill it.
It can't be killed.
Oh, well then, very good.
And spiritual weapon, it depends on what level spell slot you use to cast it will
Right.
determine
Second
its
level.
damage.
It's 2nd level spell. So it'd still be 1d8.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
cast it as a 2nd level spell, it's 1d8. If you cast it as a 3rd level spell, then you would get 2d8.
Oh, I cast it at 2nd
It's not
level.
based
so
on
we
your
do-
actual level, but the level that you cast it as a spell.
Got it. I'm
So
The
yeah, in
only-
5th edition,
do
you
the
could take
cleric.
magic missile and cast it as a 9th level spell and just boom.
Learning curves.
Yep.
So I hit it for 8 points, I think.
Well, that helps.
Yay, I did something. Now, how do I cast that again? I just attack with it since it's already been cast because it lasts for until I cast it again.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a bonus action on your turn to move it or attack with it.
Got it. Okay.
Actually, you can move it and attack with it in the
And,
same
yes.
bonus action.
Yep. Yep.
It takes a bonus action to control it.
Yeah, your
Cool.
bonus action is basically its turn order, right? Like,
Oh, so I should have my turn. Huh? Duh. And turn.
Camel, camel, camel.
Camel, camel, camel. Okay, Lily.
Oh, Bob. This my poor dead camel, Bob.
Switching weapons because her bow did nothing.
Oh, wait a minute.
So
Hold on.
she's
Hold on. Hold on.
It did something. It just didn't do anything to it.
Hold on 1 second. You did not take a bonus action that turn, did you, Fekesh?
No.
So you can actually attack again with it.
ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
Can I do that out of
Nice.
turn?
Yeah, because we didn't catch it. You can just go ahead and do another attack roll with it.
No, casting the spell includes the attack, and casting the spell takes a bonus action.
Oh, yeah, that is the bonus action for the turn.
Well, shit. Just wasted a good
Well, we should just give him 20.
Damn it. Janet.
Okay, well, don't make any other rolls. I'll let you keep that for your next attack.
That's a good guys.
All right then.
Nice.
Should we shut that door?
Yeah, I don't like to penalize people for learning the interface, and especially since
Heck
you're still
yeah.
learning 5e rules.
So if I don't move it, I would get 2 attacks in the round, is what you're saying?
Oh, no, right now you
No.
have a critical bonus affected to it. So
But he's just saying normally he would get 2 swings
No,
after
I
the
wasn't
first
moving
initial
it.
cast.
no.
Since it's
It says
already
that's-
active.
the spell itself takes a 1 bonus action casting time, but then it also says as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. But he's already used 1 bonus action for this turn,
Right.
so he doesn't have another one available to move and attack again. But next turn, he would be able to attack and then use a bonus action to attack again.
That's what I was asking.
Right,
Cool.
but the spiritual weapon can only attack once.
Yes, per turn
Correct.
as part of your bonus
Because
action.
you only have one bonus action, and you use your bonus action to make it attack. But Fekish himself can still make an attack or cast a different spell or something if he wanted to for his main.
He can attack. He can attack and then bonus action attack with the spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So
Essentially
Kaoli is
multitasking.
Wait, no, I think I'm
Kaoli is-
confused on that. But go ahead, take your turn, Kaoli.
Kaoli is switching out for her sling because her bow was rather useless. Does less damage, but maybe it'll work. Nope.
It's 2
That's
solid
unfortunate.
damage that it's resisted.
Yeah,
it basically
that's
thunks
unfortunate.
into it. It basically just thunks into it and drops flat.
Yeah, that's no fun. And I can't really hide because there's nothing to hide behind. Is that correct?
Well, you can hide behind Miz.
Yeah.
And there's still shadows there.
There's a
Okay.
gnome.
Not necessarily having cover.
Ooh.
Ooh, no, you can't hide.
Yeah, I'm really well hidden.
Do you know what it is?
You
You're
think-
trying to hide behind me. My tail keeps
The
slapping you in the
dice have
face.
spoken.
You think you're hiding?
You're a little
I'm
kid
really
hiding on the
well
bed
hidden,
with your ass
guys.
sticking out.
You're like, I'm hiding behind the cat, except he really doesn't like cats.
I'm
I'm like,
hiding behind the cat, but the cat really isn't big enough for me to properly hide behind.
I keep glancing my shoulder, going, "What my tail hit?" And I'll just see you there with my tail just slapping up against on your face, going, "Ah, that what happened."
All right, so let's see, which one is this? Number 2. He's moving up to peek around the corner and see what the hell's going on, but now it is up to the wizard.
Fireball.
Do it. I'll be all
Called
right.
Splash damage.
If you think you can
babies.
kill this fucker with one fireball, do it. I'll be okay.
I am gonna do the flaming spear. Hey, you're gonna have to move over or get burned.
We'll figure it out.
Because that baby's gonna appear right there. So
We'll figure it out.
I don't know why it did twice. Why did it roll twice? I'm not sure what's going on there.
Gremlins, usually.
I don't know. Okay. Well, he succeeded.
Because there was a... Well, wait a minute.
Save roll and it. Yeah.
Yeah.
About to say on my end, it just shows that you rolled once.
Yeah, one
I just
cast,
see
one
one
save.
roll.
Okay. Well,
Did you have to
There,
do an attack
that's-
roll for Flaming Sphere?
the fire appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration, which is 1 minute.
Jim, out of curiosity, why can't you put it in that corner in the lower right of him?
Well, I mean, I can cast it. I can actually cast it here and move it there, because as long as it's at the end of your turn that you take the damage.
Okay.
Any creature within 5 feet, any creature that ends it. It's a bonus action. You can move the spear up to 30 feet. If you ram the spear into a creature, that creature must make the saving throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops moving this turn.
But again, why can't you just cast it into the lower right corner?
Like
that
here?
way it doesn't hit Varric or I.
I know, but if you're next to it, that melee damage counts. So I am moving
Here?
it into what?
What
There's like
corner are you talking about moving it into?
I'm thinking about putting it where there's a little green dot in the very lower right of him.
Over here?
Yours is lagging, so you say, yeah, like there.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
That's what he's suggesting, because then it's not adjacent to Hague.
Okay,
Or
well,
Varric, yeah.
I'm actually casting it down here. It doesn't affect you until the end of your turn, and then I'm
Okay.
actually going to run it right into him,
Okay, gotcha.
because that'll force him to make the save. So which
Okay.
he succeeded on, so he takes half damage. So that is that. Yeah, so he succeeded, so he takes half damage of that. And then I'm just leaving that baby right there next to him. So every turn, as long as I maintain it, he'll keep taking fire damage from it.
At the end of its turn. Very good.
Correct. Yep. So that and that is the second level spell slot. Okay, so now I'm maintaining that concentration. And that is all I think I can do.
Oh, camel.
Redress.
What?
Redress. You have dancing lights and detect magic effect on you. You cannot have both up at the same time.
Then I would drop dancing lights. The fire is going to provide
Okay.
plenty of light.
Yeah, and honestly, there should be an effect. I don't know if there is or not, but there should be an effect for your flaming sphere that is concentration.
Oh, yeah, there is.
And then you need to take off the other two.
I can't take off effects on my character, can I? Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, never mind.
Should be able to.
If you put them on, you can take them off. That's the
Okay.
best part.
Oh, I don't have detect magic running either anymore. There we go. Okay. That's all set. So now it's the monster's turn.
All right.
Its
So now
clay
it
is
gets to
slowly
go.
being affected by the fire.
Well, it obviously doesn't like the fire because the hands that it had pinned Varric to the wall with is the closest one to the sphere. So it drops or stops pinning Varric. So we'll get rid of that. And it attempts to brush it away as it makes a long arc swing for Hague.
There's that bike.
Ooh, for me.
And so basically, yeah, it just kind of, and you can tell, that this big, massive swing, it's, just like a rock that's hurtling at you.
Oh, on the button. Darn it.
Oh, just hits. Dang.
Bingo.
Ow.
Well, I don't even see the damage. Where is it?
19 damage.
19.
19.
Yeah, this fucker hits hard.
Jeez, I will grunt at that.
You have 2 healers.
Oh,
Then
You should
he
be in
takes
decent shape later.
You're going to need them.
he takes his left hand and goes for an uppercut on Varric.
oh boy.
Got a
Better
thing
hope for a
the
miss,
twins.
buddy.
It's got to be less than 18.
Miss! Yes!
Oh.
What a whiffer!
And that will
And
end
my
his
shield
turn.
of faith just flashes as it hits me.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Does spell casting count as an attack action?
No,
It's
it is
well,
the
if
cast the spell action.
Well, that's dumb.
right. Yeah. You couldn't use your extra melee attack, extra attack.
Right,
if
I want
you
to
cast the
throw.
spell first.
I want to throw a burning hands and then use my
Well, like
combo
green
attack.
flame blade, I think it counts, doesn't it? Unless it says it counts
Nope.
as a. Yeah,
Nope.
that's right. It's just that's still the spell action.
Like I said, it's dumb.
It
I don't know.
rules.
It says you must make a melee attack. Just saying.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but it counts as a spell.
all
It
right.
counts as
So
a spell, not as the attack action for the purposes of two weapon fighting.
If you take like the Warcaster feat, you could do that. Take your
All
extra
right.
attack.
well,
But-
we're gonna do
Hold on
this.
1 second, gang, before we forget. Shouldn't the flaming sphere have done damage to the golem at the end of his turn?
Correct.
Yes.
It does not appear to have done so, does it? I guess it went
Nope.
in range. All right, and so
So Redress needs to have it throw this. Needs to hit the saving throw button again.
Alrighty, hang on a sec. I was taking care of something.
no problem. I just want to make sure we didn't forget it, because you guys need all the help you can get right now.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Some of us are completely
Okay,
useless.
so I just hit the saving throw thing again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then damage.
Did it? Wait, did it not put any damage on him?
Yeah, it wasn't targeted.
Oh, that's odd. I thought I had him targeted.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to re-roll it, or do you want to just?
Let me see if I can just drag it over.
I was gonna
So
say
it
you
would
can
have
drag
been-
it from the chat log, right? Onto his head.
Okay. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
Looks like he actually should have made that save, but I'm not going to worry about it.
It says he rolled a 4.
Yeah, when I re-rolled it, originally,
Oh.
when you rolled it, it was a 14.
I didn't mean to make that move, Keith. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
If you want to shift me back. Yeah.
Pop you
And
back.
how?
No, the first time he didn't click with anybody targeted, so it just said the DC is 14.
Right, but then when it re-rolled, it said versus DC 14. His 14.
Right,
would've
but he
made-
rolled a 4.
Yeah, but it re-rolled it when I dragged it over. I didn't roll it.
Oh, okay.
I'm making a DM ruling that the original roll should have counted based on a 14, but I'm not adjusting it. He's getting it anyway, so.
Screen share, Jim. Continue. Please.
Okay, just a sec.
No worries.
We ready for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, so close to that 20.
I know, right? So extra attack. Come on now. And my bonus.
Hold on.
Does this
hold
one
on,
have-
Hold on.
Yeah,
You hit him once with the hand axe.
right. And then I follow up attack with the extra attack with the hand axe again.
Hold on.
Okay.
What happened with the first hit on the hand axe?
What's
Resistance.
that marker?
Talking about the resistance?
He completely resisted all damage on the first
What?
the first hit.
Oh,
So why hit him again with the same thing?
Yeah, right.
yeah.
this is,
I just expected the. I just expected this.
Well, technically, he could have been just caught up in the moment while he's fighting by
Yeah.
naturally assuming he's gonna go through.
That's true.
Oh, that didn't work.
Well, I'm. at the same time, if I'm going to expect certain things to happen when I do I do the attack anyway.
Well, I figure he should make sure
Alex
he's aware
is-
that it didn't hurt him.
Alex, did yours get fully resisted, or were they
Yep.
partially?
Yep.
Ah, I missed
Fully.
that detail. Yeah, I would have done something totally different. I was just going to go for the half damage. Dang it. All right, well, lesson learned.
Alex's 2 big hits were completely nullified.
Ah, yeah, I would have done what I was originally going to do then, but that's okay. You know, I'll do it next round.
Okay.
Kitty cat. Meow.
Right, I will let
Kinda
off.
look
Go on.
I was just going to say, I kind of look at my axis like, what?
I will let out a mighty roar, and as I do so, our guy friend will feel some healing go into him.
Which one, me?
What you got in mind?
That'd be
there?
great.
Did that go through for him? It went all a bit.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Plus, you get 4 temporary hit points. So just put 4 temporary hit points
Ooh, nice.
in your temporary hit point box.
I dig it.
Good hit.
And I will mark these off. And then I'll look at the situation, look at everyone, and I'm like hopping on all 4 paws, going, "Oh, I don't really want to go into elf form just to cast spells on this thing, but I'm going." So what I'm going to do is,
Yeah, don't spoil it for Fekish.
Yeah, so I'm going to move back a bit.
And all I can say is you have some serious issues with your self-image.
Yes. Although I don't know that yet. So
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm running around in my own head trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
And coming up the rear of the round, we have Prit, who runs up here, sticks out his hand with his trusty little spoon and goes, "Spoon!"
oh crap, Keith.
That's all he does. And he looks down at the spoon like he's expecting it to do something.
Find another one of those shirts because mine's dying.
That's great.
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
know something I forgot to ask too is what have we done for flanking? Have we done advantage? Have we done +2? Have we not done anything?
That's a good point.
I'm sorry, say that. What was the first part of that question?
What have we done for flanking? 4E, it
Oh,
was
yes.
a +2 to your damage roll
You
or
get a
attack
+2
roll.
advantage on your attacks.
Okay,
Nice.
there we go.
Okay. Cool.
Not that it matters if you're not doing damage,
Exactly.
but yes, you
Well,
two are
Varys
flanking.
been doing damage.
Not since they've been
So-
flanked. Well, I'm saying the
Man.
flanking doesn't increase damage, right?
No, it just increases your chances to hit.
Right,
You're right.
right. But it doesn't matter how high your chance of hitting is if you can't land any damage.
Yeah, for sure.
Do something amazing. That's all I say.
This is your chance. Sark.
So I am going to bonus action Hunter's Mark. I have him targeted. Oh, that's the self one. Damn it. Do I click it again to turn it off?
No,
No, you need
Okay,
the self
sorry.
one on anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right, then hit it again. because I
Just be
got rid of it.
aware. Just be
Okay.
aware that whether or not Hunter's Mark is concentration, I don't remember if it is. Yeah, it looks like it is according to the effect.
It is. Yeah, up to 1 hour. Yep. Okay.
So if you're going to cast Hunter's Mark, then your Shield of Faith goes down.
Oh, it does.
Right, because you
Yeah.
can only concentrate on one spell at a time.
Right. Yep. That one's. I wouldn't have done that. Sorry. So I
Right, so
click
I will
them
take it off.
in, turn them off, right? Or did I just
No,
fuck it up and add 2 more?
Now it's
That 2
it's on
shields up
again.
and 2 hunters marks up. Which do you want off?
The hunter's marks, both of them.
Okay, so you
Yes.
just have
So
the
I
shield
will
of
not
faith.
do that. I want to keep my shield, correct. Okay, sorry to fuck that up.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Where is my smite? My smite is not concentration. I just have to make it. Let me make sure. It fucking is. Never mind. Okay, I'm just gonna hit him.
Hitting doesn't do anything.
Hold on.
It does for me.
Hold on.
All right.
Oh, a smite is not divine smite. Never mind.
Correct. Yeah, mine's branding. So it's constant. It's hunter's mark with a so
going like meeting up at the different parks and stuff. And that was right before this. We're like, oh,
so close.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
If you want to expend spell slots for your divine smite, you can, but
I was just gonna say that might not be a bad time to use it.
Yep, I'm gonna divine
yeah, that's
smite.
what I was thinking.
That's what I was looking for. I just couldn't find the
It's cantrip.
divines. Oh, it's just a cantrip?
Mm-hmm.
Your divine smite ability is going to
Oh, it's under
be
abilities.
either filed
Right.
under cantrips or filed under class abilities.
It's under his cantrips.
Okay. Weird
See, I
place to
don't
put
even-
it, but
Divine sense, divine health. I don't have any cantrips. I only have level 1 spells and level 2 spells.
Oh, sorry, under paladin. Sorry, yeah, you're right. You were right, Alex.
So abilities, let me just
I should know better than to argue with you.
divine smite. Do I click it? What happens if I click it? No. Starting blah blah blah. Spend a spell slot, so I'll do it at first level for an extra 2d8 damage.
radiant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You already rolled your damage, so
Okay.
you're gonna have to roll it separately.
Okay. So how do I roll the 2d8 separately from that? Like down at the bottom?
You click on
Just
the
grab some-
D8. You right click on the D8 button and click roll 2,
Okay.
and then drop it in
dig
chat.
Yeah. Much better.
So it takes an additional 11 radiant.
And I will swing again with just my extra attack sword. No smite this time, just because. No, fuck it. I'm gonna. Can I smite him again? No, I can only do it once per turn. So I will just swing my second attack.
Oh,
Yes.
Bam.
All right.
Ooh, he's heavy. He's bloodied.
You've actually heard him.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay. And
No, divine smite is not limited per turn.
I was just looking at that too.
it's not okay. Okay.
So
Every time you land a hit, you can use it as long as you got spell spots.
Yep. I will burn my last spell slot for sure.
and roll double the usual number of dice because it's a critical hit.
Right. So 4d8. Here we go. It's good.
There we go.
Okay. I'm cool with it.
See,
Cool with it.
that's some significant damage there.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Get him, brother.
It definitely did not like that. Definitely not.
I still have my bonus action, or does my divine smite count as the bonus?
No. Doesn't say that
No.
it's limited to any of that.
I could still get out of this position if I wouldn't know. I'll say out loud, should I move? And then on my next turn, I will plan to move. Like, should I get out of here? Should I get out of this position? I'll ask. Like, I'll shout out to the group.
Well, you're not grappled anymore. I will point that out.
Correct. Yep. So, and I'm holding on the, I can Misty Step one more time.
I'd stay put personally.
Yeah, that's for now. I'm cool with staying put because
If you're in reasonably good health, no
payload.
reason to move.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
I mean, Hayden's there to give you flanking, so
Let's just smash this fucker.
Keep beating on him.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, so he continues to watch.
Useless.
He was
garbage.
actually pretty impressed by those hits that Varric made. Otherwise, he probably would have gone running.
Right. Let me just untarget my ally. Right, I seen that it took damage, and I'm like, they don't need me in elf form then. And I will basically do another little roar this time, not quite as loud as the last one, and I will use it to. Hang on, I will actually use it to. No, I will use it to heal you instead.
Me for some more?
And
Ooh,
you
more.
get one temporary hit point in your temporary hit point
Nice.
slot. And that me all burnt out of that slot.
Who was that on? Doesn't look like you have anyone targeted. Oh, there. Never mind. You do. Hey. Yeah.
All right. So it's Redriff's turn.
Yeah, I guess if Mrs.
Okay.
Done.
We are gonna roll the dice. I am gonna cast chromatic orb at the 3rd level.
Oh,
Really
shit.
hope I don't miss.
You didn't want any wild magic for this one?
That would suck. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't had enough wild magic surges with this character, Jim.
I hit with it. Yay. Okay.
Hell yes.
So that means my flaming sphere seems to be doing damage. So I'm going to stick with the fire motif. So I will. So that is because it's 2 levels higher. I add 2 dice to it. So that's 5d8 damage.
Yeah. That's a lot of dice.
So there's 19. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I'm going to take as my bonus action, I can move my sphere. So I am backing it off and ramming it into him again.
Okay.
Get him.
So then he has to do his save on that.
Smack pummel. Smack pummel.
Exactly. So there's his save on that.
No
Failure. Yeah.
So he gets 2d6 more. Oh, double 6s. Nice.
Nice.
Hell
All
yes.
max damage, very nice.
So that was worth burning a 3rd level spell slot for that. So
Hell yeah,
All right.
man.
and that's all I got.
Spoon.
He's shaking it now.
Yeah.
All right, so Prit sitting there quite obviously upset about the performance of his spoon, gets down on his knees and starts smacking the spoon on the ground. It goes, "Spoon! Spoon! You're supposed to work!" And he points it back up at the golem again and goes, "Spoon!"
And absolutely nothing happens.
Sweet.
Exactly. Kaylee.
I was just sitting there grumbling that she's completely useless because there's nothing she can do.
Alrighty then.
All right.
So I get my 20 from the goof, so I just need to roll damage.
Right. So that was your attack with your spiritual weapon. Speaking of which, what is the form you're choosing it to take?
Scimitar.
Scimitar. Okay. So,
Okay, Lily, I can toss
my
you the
goddess.
Sunblade. You could go attack it melee with the Sunblade.
Nice.
Throw it to Haig. Throw it to Haig.
Actually,
Yeah, Haig
yeah.
would be better with it. Haig would be much
Actually,
better with it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That's the plan next turn. I can underhand throw it to you.
Okay.
Just roll
Yeah,
it.
but
Either that or we can kiln dry it. Because I have burning hands I was thinking of using.
Oh, that
Just
would be good too.
Just remember Varric's on the other side of that.
Well, I can shift so my cone does
Oh, okay.
not touch it.
Okay.
You're just not happy until you burn somebody.
That's right.
Hey, I can fireball a lot of you. That'd be fine by me.
all right, Fekish. So since you have that critical hit pending, go ahead and just roll the damage on that.
So
Yeah.
2d8. Right? Nice.
Nice. You don't have him targeted though, so drag your
No, you
number
did
and
have him
drop it on
targeted.
his icon.
Did have him
Oh
targeted.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's
Well,
right.
Did you roll the damage from the spell, or did you just roll 2d8?
Just roll 2d8.
Yeah, you're supposed to roll the damage from the spell. That would automatically apply it and do your critical.
So
hold on. Let me find your
Right,
spell
right.
sheet so I can tell you where you need to click. All right, so spiritual weapon, you got the cast button, then the damage button, and yeah, so the little lightning bolt there, damage. If you click
Yeah.
on that once, it should automatically apply a critical, hopefully.
There we go.
There we go. Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Better than 10. Take 13.
Yep.
And that should be done for me.
No, not true. Because remember, now you do get your bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Am I
Oh,
right,
you get to
Alex?
hit with your sword still.
Am I
No,
right?
too far
Alex?
away to do sword.
No, he can still. No. Not with his sword. He gets a bonus action to attack again with the spiritual weapon. Is that correct,
Right.
Alex?
So,
Or is that what he crit on last time?
he's already used his bonus action to attack with the spiritual weapon. If there is something else he wants to do with his main action, he can. But the spiritual weapon has already made its attack for the turn.
Yeah, you can cast any level spell now you want. You can still cast that spell or whatever.
Okay, hold on. So let me read this. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, which isn't used because it still exists, he's not casting it again.
He gets to move it up to 20 feet and make another attack or something like that, right?
Right. Yeah. So if he attacked with it already this turn, he's
Hang on.
Yeah, I think this turn he can now use a bonus action because he used a spell attack action to attack with it just now, but now he can use a bonus action to attack it or something else within 20 feet.
No.
Okay.
No. The spiritual weapon action economy only uses the bonus action. It never uses the main action.
It says right in that second sentence, though, when you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within
Check
5
the
feet.
casting time. The casting time is one action or one bonus action.
Right, but he's not casting
So
it
maybe-
again this turn.
So maybe on the first initial cast, he gets to 2, but on the subsequent, he only gets
No.
No, I'm interpreting it the other way
It
around.
only attacks on a bonus action. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5 feet. So repeat the initial attack from when you cast it.
No. Because all right, when you first round he casts it. This is the way I'm interpreting it. First round he casts it, has a casting time of 1 bonus action. It uses up his bonus action. he is then allowed
Mhm.
to make a melee spell attack against a creature as his attack action, not his bonus action.
No. No. It is part of the bonus action for casting the spell.
But if it has a duration of 1 minute, what's the point in keeping it around if you have to recast it again?
You aren't recasting it. You are
What?
using your, because on subsequent turns, it doesn't count as a spell you are casting. So you can cast other spells.
Right, but I don't see why why he can't attack with it as his action and then do a second attack as a bonus action.
Because you can't attack with it as an action. You can only attack with it as a bonus action.
That's the only time. That's how I've always seen it. You know what I mean? But if you wanted the homebrew rule,
I was gonna say,
use his main action to do it.
if
Why
you
not?
like that,
Okay.
run with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not anxious to unbalance the game, and I certainly don't want to
Right.
do anything that's considered favoritism. But yeah, the way I'm reading it is that the first time you can cast it and attack once. If you keep it around, you can attack twice with it each round that you're keeping it up.
Yeah. Or he has the option to attack once with it with his bonus action on turn and then cast. He can still
another
cast
spell.
Healing
Yes.
Word. Right.
Because it isn't a concentration spell.
And at a
I'm
1d8
fine
plus
with that.
4, I don't think you're breaking anything. It's not really that
No.
strong of an attack.
Right. But having the ability to hit twice with it is cool. I dig it.
And not every turn. It's just the second turn you would be able to do that.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Because the first turn, you're using your bonus action to cast it. And then
create
you're using your regular action to attack with it. But the second turn, you're doing your attack. You still have a bonus action available because you haven't cast it. So you could attack it with it or cast another spell that has one bonus action casting time.
No, because the way I've seen it used is the cleric attacks. The cleric attacks with their normal weapon, and then as a bonus action, they cast spiritual weapon, which gets an attack.
Right, but I'm talking about for the subsequent rounds when it's already in play. It seems like that they should be able to get it to do something else besides just attack with it.
Oh, the main action is for attacking with your regular weapon or for casting another spell, and then your bonus action is when you control the spiritual weapon.
Huh.
Yeah, so what Alex is trying to say is, so basically bonus action cast it, and then once it already in play, your bonus action then locked into that spell if you want to use it or not, to attack or move it, or don't use it if you're going to use another bonus action that don't require concentration to keep it up and running. Is concentration right, Alex?
Yeah,
It is not
I see the point, and
Oh,
I
not
definitely
concentration,
agree
fair
there's
enough.
bad wording here because it can be confusing. I'm going to rule that for this spell that the second round and thereafter, as long as it's still up and in duration, you can attack with it as an action and then use a bonus action to attack with it again.
I'm only going to do it
Okay.
untold. So if you tell me to swing again, I'm going to go. So hit it again.
All right, you know what? Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to see if I can find some quick discussion about it and see if there is any kind of ruling on it.
Yeah, whatever's clever.
I'm usually pretty fast at finding stuff online.
Well, the real question he wants to be asking himself as a character, does he just want to use the bonus action to inflict that light damage and then use his main action for more powerful spell if he needs to do that? Or just go with another D8 of damage?
Well, considering the limitations of what I can do, and that
Already
this is
found the
actually
answer.
doing something. What?
I found the answer. I haven't read it yet, so I'm going to read it along to you. And it's exactly our question. Spell says you can create a weapon and then you can attack. It then says that on your turn, as a bonus action, you can move the weapon and hit another person. But spiritual weapon itself is already a bonus action. Does this mean you get a bonus action on a bonus action, or does the first bonus action become an action? First answer, this is a little confusing. You only ever get one bonus action on a turn, but this spell lasts a minute, which is 10 turns. So you can attack once with spiritual weapon as part of the casting. That takes the bonus action on your first turn. Then for 9 more rounds, you have the option of using your bonus action to attack again. This spell is spectacular because on those follow-up turns, you can use your bonus action to attack with spiritual weapon and also use your regular action to cast other high-level spells, not just cantrips. And it is a very rare ongoing spell effect which doesn't require concentration, and so doesn't interfere with spells that do. And even at higher levels, it scales with spell slot levels, so it stays relevant and useful. Second one is, again, only one bonus action per turn, so you can't use it to control the spiritual weapon and make another attack on the same turn as you cast it in the first place.
So I would say, I think it's absolutely fair for you to say, if you decide you don't want to use a spell, to give that attack opportunity, the basic attack opportunity or whatever, for the sword too.
So 2 attacks per round, or attack plus action.
Yeah, or attack plus a spell cast or whatever, or a bonus attack plus a spell cast. I mean, why shouldn't you be able to allow the second swing instead of burning up a spell slot?
Not sound fair enough and not broken due to the.
Right. You have 9 chances to use it, right? Once you cast it, you have 9 chances to move it or attack
9
with
rounds.
it.
9 rounds, right?
Well, right. I get it that it's 9 rounds, but if you use it twice in one turn, you now have 7 rounds left, right? So some way to limit the overall use, so you couldn't go 2 uses of it 9 rounds, just to help, with that balancing and everything like that. Like,
but why hamstring it? It's not that strong a weapon.
Still, you know what I mean? Limitations are nice. But I get why not hamstring it, sure. But yeah, we could still cast a map. Yeah, but not burning the spell slot. It's, yeah, that's a difficult question.
It's up to you, Keith.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm reading here is that basically you can do just about anything else, but you cannot swing twice in one round with the spiritual weapon. And that does basically make sense.
Okay.
It's not restricted by concentration, so you're not prevented from casting another full spell. And that's normally a big limiting factor too. Is that?
Yeah, that's the nice thing about spiritual weapon, is that it's just there now.
Yeah. Concentration. When concentration applies to a spell, A, you have to keep concentration up in order to maintain it, and B, it means you can only have one concentration spell going at a time. So if you have spiritual weapon up, you can then cast a concentration spell, and even if you lose concentration, you might lose the concentration spell, but your spiritual weapon still stays active, and you can still cast another concentration spell.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a nice spell.
Yeah, so I'm not going to rule what I said. It can only be swung once in a round.
Very good.
Use of the bonus action.
But you do get another full action this round that you can choose. So whether you cast a spell or want to try to make another kind of attack. I don't know if you want to close in for melee, or you could cast a healing spell.
Well, seeing what it's doing to these guys in close proximity, I'm going to keep my distance and keep clinking away with my 1d8.
Yeah.
So I will do my damage that I have already done and be done with the round.
Or might I suggest guiding bolt?
Ooh, yes.
The guiding bolt might work. Varric's still looking pretty ragged.
Yeah, pretty hurt.
Bleeding out of one ear.
Let's do can I do a distance healing spell for Varric?
If you've got healing word.
Yeah.
Cure wound. He only has cure wounds and mass healing word.
Okay.
Cure wounds, I have to be in proximity of them, right?
Healing. Mass healing word, you don't need to be in proximity, but it's 3rd level spell when only 2 of you are injured.
Yeah.
One,
I'd save that.
2, 3, 4. I count 4 of us with wounds.
Oh, really?
Up to you then.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'll throw a mass healing on
Almost one
everybody.
of us is looking really bad, but there are 4 of us that have wounds.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up.
So you have the option
Clear
of doing
targets.
damage with guiding bolt or trying to heal a bunch of you with mass healing word.
I'm gonna try to heal a bunch of everybody.
All right, so make sure
target
you
friendly.
select- Basically, make sure you have everyone targeted, or up to 6 of you targeted.
I just targeted friendlies. And then do.
Big
Whoops.
money, no whammies.
Ooh,
Cool with it.
nice.
Eric,
Max healing.
to Miz, to Nurkic, to Redra.
We're just grabbing masks.
Okay.
Hey.
Did
Yeah,
someone-
looks like you got us all.
Happy.
Oh, well,
Excellent.
That was helpful.
Yay. I love being helpful.
That was quite helpful.
All right, so now you can end your
So-
turn.
Now I can have my turn. Okay. Done.
And camels.
Go,
has
camel.
No clue what's going on.
I
Thanks,
want to
sir.
see what the camels do, man.
They're just out
They
there
spit.
chewing on shit and spitting.
They're probably dead at this point.
Yeah.
Well, we left them by the
Hopefully they
oasis, so
wander
they should get the
off.
water.
And with the
Oh, yeah, they're-
dervishes, remember the locals said they were watching them. Whether or not they're trustworthy, you'll just have to wait and find out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they've sold our camels at this point.
Oh boy.
I bet you they ate them.
And okay, so it
I've
just
considered it.
Camel meat's supposed to be pretty good.
recharged that.
I
Goliath
imagine
wouldn't
it's
have
like
any
horse,
problem.
man. I don't know.
Spam? Is that
No,
what
I
you said?
I imagine it's like horse.
Probably.
Let's do it
I
up.
don't know.
All right. Needless to say, he's pissed off at Varric.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Don't forget your
you
stones
unloaded a
endurance.
world of hurt on him.
Yep.
He wants to get in some reciprocation, you know?
Yeah.
He's gonna try to anyway. So he does another large arc swing that hey, you just feel, I mean, it's like a planet going past you. You just feel gravity. This thing is massive.
Don't forget your stones endurance, buddy.
And he misses.
And he misses. Yeah.
Just flares my shield to face
Howls
again.
in anger. A deep, low, guttural, and then does another uppercut with his right hand. This one lands.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
So I made my concentration check, so I still have my shield of faith. I am gonna use my actually, how am I doing? Yeah, I'll use my stone's endurance on that hit. So a D12 plus my constitution modifier to the number rolled reduces the amount of damage I take.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Dan?
Trying to remember if you could just click it.
I don't have anything set up. I looked, so I'm just going to drop the D12 plus my con, which is a 1. So 10 damage.
Those dice
So I
are
only
just
take-
teasing you bad today, aren't they?
I know, man.
What the hell?
So
Almost a 20.
I take.
Almost a 20. Almost a 1. All right,
So how do I?
You get back what you said, 9 plus 2?
Plus 1, so 10. So I only took 1 damage from that.
All right, so you are back down to 15. Not that thing helps.
I take it.
But that basically is both of his attacks for the round.
And I just eat that, planetary moving
All right.
punch. Just eat it.
Question for Alex. If
Yes?
something has multi-attack, it has 2 attacks, right?
Uh-huh.
If it then gets haste that allows it to use its attack as a bonus action, does it now get 3 attacks?
Mhm.
I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
If you can use an attack as a bonus action, then yes, that is on top of whatever your attack action says.
Okay, so he is going to take a 3rd attack then, but this
Okay.
he is going
Yeah.
for the brother.
You turn around on me, huh? Punk. Bleh.
He wants you both to hurt.
You look alike.
Yeah, he considers you both a threat at this point, you know? That's definitely reasonable. And he misses
And
anyway.
he misses.
And with that, the camels can take another sip, and Hay gets to respond.
My turn. All right, so
My
we're gonna
turn.
move here.
Hold your action
This
until you get the
little nook
sword.
here.
I suddenly
And
have that
then-
image of Kiefer Sutherland from Lost Boys going, my turn.
My turn. Yeah. So we are going to, I'm going to direct the cone like in between the sphere and Varric so I don't catch him. So I
Oh,
don't
wait a
catch
minute.
Varric.
I hate to ruin your thunder, but Redreth, roll another save
Your
damage
damage.
for the flaming sphere on the
Am I gonna get all sorts of excited for nothing?
Say that again. What happened?
Redreth.
gotta do your
roll more
damage
save
for your
damage
sphere.
on the golem for the flaming sphere.
Okay.
He just ended his turn.
Alrighty. Okay, so he's got to do the save, right?
Yep.
So he does the save, and then he succeeded. So then he gets half damage.
Okay. Now, as that's going and the sphere's heating up while he's taking the damage, I'm going to shift and I'm going to hit him with the burning hands. Come on.
Oh, we're going to turn him into a clay pot, huh?
And he failed.
Yeah, apparently.
So
Yeah, we've got the kiln action going right now.
Get him.
there's the kill. Yeah, the kill. Cooked him.
Dying. Yeah. Hell yeah.
He just hardens up and you hear it all cracking and it just shatters all over the floor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Your
Nice.
first CR9 opponent.
Nice. Well done, all.
I let the flaming sphere go.
That's good because I had to pass.
Just
Yeah.
making sure that is was spoken. So
And Prit jumps up and down and goes, yay, you are more powerful than the spoon.
I'm just gonna stomp on the fucking rubble for a second because he just fucked me up for a minute there.
And I'll toss you a healing potion.
Do you know what I thought you were going to do with the spoon? I thought you were going to go, I knew you had it in your spoon.
I'm actually kind of curious if something actually was going to eventually come out of the spoon, but that's,
It would explain that tunnel, that's for sure.
yes, it would.
Yeah. So,
The Vorpal
what
spoon.
treasure lies at my feet? Is there anything?
Well, the first question is, what is your illumination currently at the moment? Is anyone relying on
Oh.
anything other than dark?
I have a
Actually-
torch.
Actually, it's dark for us because.
Well, the
Redrick
flaming
put the
sphere's
flaming
still there.
It went out.
No, he
no,
said he
it's not. I just
said
let
it
it
Turned
go.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as he
Yep.
popped it out, it's like, okay, guys, light, a little light.
Brothers are like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I have a torch.
Yeah, but
I
you
think
light
one
it
of the
in the
brothers
dark.
needs the magic sword that lights up.
Okay, tokens are unlocked.
That's true. I never tossed the thing, but I can light up the sword if that would help.
Mhm.
Mind if I just
It
carry
would
it?
help some.
Well, I'm thinking, what do we know about this sword? Didn't we learn something about
No,
it?
the sunblade is my sword from way back.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
what-
You mind if I
Oh, it
use
was the
it?
shiny sword. That's right.
Thundar the Barbarian
It's
sword.
the sun. Yeah.
Redrith,
What?
do you mind if I use it since I have no light source?
I think if he uses it, it's going to illuminate most of this cavern, won't it? It's pretty bright.
But it's in my icon.
Yeah, so just wander over with it. We need to figure something. I want that shiny sword that you're carrying around there, wizard. And
Oh,
then I
that's
can
right.
give Haig
That's
this
right.
one I
I've
have.
got that weird one that I can't get rid of.
Yeah. And I'm going to walk over to Haig and I am going to hand him the true death sword because it does not require attunement. After seeing him, his hand axes have no effect because
So I have a
still
question
have
of-
my hammers.
I have a question about that sword. Does that mean I can't sheathe the sword or I can't drop it?
You just can't drop it so far.
You can't get
Or
rid of
you
it.
won't give it up. Yeah, you won't. Right?
I've got remove curse whenever you're ready for me to
Ooh.
remove the curse.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
that would
yeah.
be, that would be
We
nice.
Took
totally
that
need
last
a
session. I
rest.
was just waiting for time to pass.
Yeah.
Well, we could take a short rest. Varric took a beating, and I have a couple of hit
Give up
points
a
to
little.
recover.
But technical question: how is the sword actually affecting him? I mean, will the sword? Does he know the sword is affecting him, or is he a bit like it's slowly corrupting him? He's just slowly stroking the hilt of his sword.
Yeah, it's much more like Frodo in the Ring. You know, he's just like, yeah, I can't.
Why can't I keep it?
Yeah,
You're the one that's making me angry.
Yeah. I'm not being unreasonable. You are.
So technically, if he's all about that sword, wouldn't the other sword like try to push away the other sword? So you'd probably be like, I don't need this sword no more.
Yeah, basically, even if you could be convinced that you were cursed, there is no way you would allow anyone to take an action that would separate you from the sword.
That doesn't mean they can't forcibly attempt it, but
Correct.
You
you
could
couldn't-
hold person him. Oh, he's a wizard.
it
Though.
would, it would be against your will.
But technically speaking, do we actually know the sword cursing him?
Right.
At this point, oh yeah, he casts the identify spell, so I guess it would be up to him as to whether or not he shares that bit of information. So I would doubt that he would, because that would lead to encouraging the rest of them to want to remove him from the sword. So yeah, I would say the rest of the party does not know about the cursed nature of that sword.
So Red
I
Death
don't
is just carrying
see-
an additional sword.
Yep.
Now this is the Enduval sword.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't see any properties for it other than it just having the name inscribed on it. That's it. It doesn't show. It looks just like any other, like a bag or.
Yeah, I had to play
It's-
around with it so that you could know something about it without it giving away, you know. So it would say it was identified without it saying that, oh yeah, I'm cursed. So it does have some abilities, but you also know if you wield it, you will not put it down, you will not sheath it. You will attack until you're dead or everything else is dead.
Sweet.
You do know the consequences of wielding that sword, but despite that, you won't. So you make a conscious effort to not wield it, but you also cannot make a conscious choice to discard it.
Give it up.
I want it. I just see him carrying a sword, and I'm like, is it magic? Do you know if it's magic? Is it magic? Because Haig needs a magic sword, and I've already handed him Barthiel, right? Barthel. So yeah, Haig, that's yours now. I don't
So
know
do you know how to
give
do it
that
in the
to
party sheet? Party sheet it.
Like,
All I'm going to say from my character perspective, I'm just sat there wiping my cat paw across my cat brow, going, "Whoo! Another time I escaped not being an elf."
So meanwhile, have we figured out the lighting situation, or are the brothers still in the dark?
I can light up the dancing lights.
That'll work.
did that work, Dan? I don't know if it took it from my inventory.
No, Keith, do you have it so we can transfer stuff into the party sheet?
Is that a setting I have to change?
I wonder.
No, It's just a matter of grabbing the right part of the line and dropping it into the right area.
That's.
Do I just drop it? So I grab it from my inventory, longsword. Do I hover over Haig and then drop it?
But no, if you
No,
open
you
the
drop it
party
onto
sheet,
the party sheet on the inventory tab.
but it won't let him. Oh, you know what? Maybe why it won't let me do that is because I currently have it equipped. Let me see what happens if I do this.
Inventory. I
Wouldn't it
see.
make
I
a
see.
difference?
Yeah, it must. I can't drop my battle axe in there.
Strange. Cool.
Yeah. That's going to make transferring items kind of a pain in the ass.
But yeah, you know, I have a pretty dope magic sword. There's no description with the longsword, but it was all functioning on my sheet. So I was like, fuck it. It just says longsword, but yeah, it won't let me. We'll have to sort
We
that
did
out.
identify it.
Yep, and it should now be identified. And let me see if I can drag it over to the party sheet.
Cool. Nice, nice.
There it is.
And did it take it from your? Yep. Okay, so now you should be able to. Haig should be able to claim it from the party sheet.
There you go.
That's strange that you guys can't put it on the party sheet.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
that's kind of
can't.
the point
Right.
of that's like the purpose of the inventory tab of the party sheet.
So you can trade stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be a setting, Keith, because I can't take it from the party sheet either.
Pamphlets.
Options, op client, game. Or it's a bug.
I have never seen an option for manipulating the party sheet.
Are you able to?
That's weird.
Alex, are you able to drag something in and out of the party sheet?
I don't know, but I can try.
That can't hurt.
Yeah, I just tried putting my tan cloak in. It didn't. Nothing happened.
I just put something in.
Yeah, I saw. I
Let
saw
me
you
try
put it in
something
and
that's
take it out.
equipped. Yeah, I just had that equipped and I put it in and took it out.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's weird.
I just
So-
grab where it says the name, right? When the hand pops up on the line, I grab it.
No. You have to grab the little
got it.
eye.
Yeah, I got it.
You have to grab the little eye link.
The eye. Okay, that's a different situation. Let me see. Here we go.
Yeah. If you grab the little,
Yeah, that's-
there you go. See,
that'll
somebody
do
just
it.
added something.
That'll do it. Yep. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just a user error.
There you go. Yeah, I was grabbing the name too.
Yep.
All right. Well, we
I
are
mean,
past 11
That's a
o'clock.
great sword.
We are past 11 o'clock, but there's a little bit more that we need to finish off in here. That'll take a couple of more minutes. If you guys are just
We got to find the
following along-
treasure.
Yeah, I want the treasure.
Yeah.
I want to know what.
So
the
what's
treasure?
in that treasure?
The treasure. All right. So lighting's coming from
The sun sword,
Dancing
please.
light.
Sun Sword. So
Yes.
Or whatever.
Redreth walks up into the area, and in the very back of the cove there, let's see. Trying. Oh. So back in the corner there, you see a glint. Glint of light reflecting off of something underneath the soot and dust that is coating the area.
Looks like a unicorn.
Correct.
Should I check, investigate it?
Absolutely.
Somebody
I
should
will
poke
be.
around in there.
I was gonna say you wanted to bamf, get the treasure.
Yeah, I want my treasure. I got
You
slammed
walk
against the wall for this.
You
That's
walk
right.
up to it and realize that the glint is coming as a reflection off of a piece of glass. And as you brush away the dust that is around it, the glass reveals itself to be an upside down bell jar sealed to a base. Inside the jar appears to be something pulsating. More than likely, it is organic, reddish, though with definite dark tinges of black and purple. and with web-like structures that caress around it as it beats very rhythmically with a thump,
It's a heart.
thump.
Magic guys, we need help.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit touching it and back up. Wizard.
Don't cook it.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, we could stew it.
Can I history or insight or something check it?
No reason why you can't.
I can
Promise you it'll do
ritually
anything, but no reason why you can't try it.
I can ritually cast identify on it. Would that help?
Huh. I would probably have to do a little checking into that.
It says I can choose one object that I must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any.
Well, the problem with that is that it would depend on whether or not A, it's magical, which you would presume it is and probably is, but B, whether or not it's limited, the magic is limited to what's inside the container or includes the container. If it doesn't include the container, you're not going to be able to actually touch the object without breaking the jar.
It's worth a try, though.
Yep. Or you could just try it by holding the jar, see if it tells you anything, and then decide whether or not you need to open the jar to proceed further. Of course, you have to make the decision to actually touch the jar itself.
And there's nothing else back in that corner besides that jar?
That was the only thing that was glinting. You're more than welcome to take a more thorough search.
I will do that.
While he's doing that, is the sword like on your back or is it on your waist? I want to try and touch it.
Try to sleight of hand it.
Which sword?
I'm searching around the area. I'm not paying any
well,
attention to people around me. I'm just searching the area to see if there's anything else besides that jar.
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, what happens if we both touch it and then when neither one of us wants to let go?
Wonder Twin power,
Right.
activate.
We
Fight to
fuse
the
and
death.
become a red
That's how the fight started.
Varric.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are at 11:07 at this point. Is everyone game to continue, or does anyone have to head out?
Yeah, I think I can stay for a little bit.
I
can
think
say
I'm
for a
okay
little
for a
bit
little
longer.
bit.
I can do a little bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, we do have a pulsating heart in our hands.
Yeah.
Well, no, my
sword, the
understanding
wizard's
is no
not
one's picked
using.
it up yet. You've just brushed the dust away and found this jar with
Oh,
a
And
heart.
looked around it.
Oh, Redreth will definitely do the
Maddie, you know what it is?
alas poor Yorick with the beating heart.
It's Krang.
It's Krang.
That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for anybody who
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Hmm?
Krang is the little brain guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He walks around in the stomach of his robot body. It's like a little brain in a jar.
Yeah, I still want to try to touch that sword that Redrith has. I want to see what happens if I touch it.
But you don't know that it's cursed.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I just see him carrying a sword and not using it. And I'm like, it
Well,
must be me
especially since
identified
I've already got a sword.
Ooh,
Right.
ooh. One
He's just
other thing you guys should be aware of. Yes, Barathel starts glowing as it gets closer to the jar.
Oh.
and I'm like, what the fuck? It does something after I give it away.
What's going on? First, you go all lawful good and jump on.
I am.
pineapple, and
I'm
then
just kidding.
the
I
next
didn't really say
session-
give me my sword.
Next session,
wanted
you're
to-
all trying to steal swords and stuff.
I just want to touch it.
Indian
I
giver.
don't get it. I didn't take it back. I didn't take back Barthel. You still have it. I'm just like, I kept looking at it, wondering if it was going to do anything, and it didn't.
Do you know what? As a cat,
All
I
right.
just sat there staring at all these guys, just trying to strike
Okay,
like a
so-
sword.
Okay, here's an idea. Okay, so Barathel is glowing. I'm gonna hand Barathel to Redrith to know why to identify or whatever he's got to do to figure out why Barathel is glowing, and that'll give him answers about the brain or the heart,
Okay,
whatever it is.
Beckish,
Yes.
you have seen it glowing before. Do you
Yes.
make any connection?
That would be probably an insight roll, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Arcana? No.
Because we
Tower or
players
no?
know or should know that Beckish has seen
Tower.
it glowing before, just before we
Mhm.
met him.
Right.
But
Yeah.
in character, we don't know this.
I did roll a bunch of stuff too, Keith. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I watched.
Okay.
Fekish remembers that he saw it glowing before.
Rolled like a 2.
Cool.
It's like, oh yeah.
Anyway.
Before.
There you go.
Why didn't you say anything?
Since I spent some time with it and I haven't seen it glow before, and he said it glowed, I'm gonna get a bad feeling, and I'll use my divine sense. So
And again,
I can
I'm still-
sense any fey, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
And I'm still gonna give Barathel to Redrith to see if it gives him any hints if he wants to figure out why Barathel is glowing.
Okay, I'm already cast. It's a 10-minute thing to cast identify on the jar.
But he said you can't do the jar, or you can't do whatever's in the jar because you can't touch
He
what's
said
in the
it
jar.
might not work. He didn't say I couldn't do
Oh,
it.
gotcha.
Mhm.
And I wouldn't know that. So
No, you
So,
wouldn't.
yeah.
You wouldn't know that you have to touch it. What your skill as a magic user is telling you is that if this is magic and the only source of magic is the heart itself, or whatever's in the jar, just touching the jar won't tell you anything. However, if the jar itself is magical in order to contain it, then you might be able to identify the jar. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But you realize
I
that you have to touch the heart to identify the heart, and you're not.
I
willing to
ask
do
you,
that.
do we want to do a long rest?
I don't know. Did we sleep last time?
I can put the
No, we could-
HUD up. I've got 1 third level spell slot left.
I don't know how long it's been in game since we last rested. I think we last rested shortly after we found Fekish, and then I don't know. Has it really been long enough that a long rest is warranted? I mean, we could use it. We've expended resources for it, but has it really been that long? Can we even tell?
Does anybody
I
have
got-
keen mind? You
I
don't.
got 3 spells or 3 spell slots I'd love to get back. But if it's not time to rest, then because part of me wants to just open the jar and do the identify on the thing in the jar.
You guys
Well,
are perfect.
that
One
may
just
not
wants
be-
to play with the jar, and the other one wants to touch the other person's sword. So yeah,
Well, you may not need to open the jar because actually Barak is able to identify or with divine sense immediately registers the heart as that of a undead creature.
Oh,
That's undead. Yep. I would try to
With
stop
that,
Haig from giving.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Haig. Okay, so now that you've cast the spell, let's see. I'm sorry. Barak cast the spell.
Mhm.
Barak, please roll an insight check.
All right. Hey Jim, can you give me a continue?
oh yeah.
Pop that
Hang on.
noise.
That computer's actually in the other room. So just a second.
You're good.
Oh, good gosh, Kaylee.
There you go.
An insight check.
Yes, please.
All right.
Come on. Can I insist? I guess I couldn't.
I'm
insist
paying
on
close
insight,
attention
could I?
to it. Should I be rolling one too?
No, but Fecus should. Oh, you
Or do
did
we just
roll.
open the jar and take a bite?
I don't think
Do
that's a
another
good idea.
insight check.
Yep.
And I would say to Haig, don't give the wizard the sword. He's hoarding them.
That's true.
So, okay.
He does have a Gilgamesh worthy collection of swords as it is.
This is key. Kaylee posted something inside chat. Was that out of character, or was that said amongst the party?
She says it's out
That
of
was
character.
definitely out of character. I even
Okay.
say that in my comments.
That being said, both the paladin and the cleric obviously understand the nature of undeath and necromancy to some extent. And so as soon as Varric mentions that thing's undead, and it comes to Fecus that this could be some kind of phylactery. And
Do you want me to
don't
destroy
have
it?
to, but you would be inclined to retort that question in response to his statement. I.e., do you think it's some kind of phylactery?
So Fecus is
Yeah.
getting that feeling?
Yeah. Varric, you clearly know that it's undead because of your divine smite. Fecus, because of his clerical training, realizes that, well, it's undead, but it's just a heart. It's not doing anything other than beating. Maybe it's just a vessel. And
It's
so
not attached to anything, so it's got to be something undead.
right. So you are obviously thinking that. Whether or not you post that question back to the group is up to you, but I would think that you would be inclined to do so.
No,
I'm not sure, but it's a good question. So are you going to share that thought with the group, or are you going to keep it to yourself?
No, I would share that thought to the group, saying
Okay,
you're standing
so
there with an undead heart in a jar.
And for those who don't know what a phylactery is, it's basically all of us probably do, but just so I don't embarrass anyone, it's a vessel that's meant to contain a life force, and usually is the sole means of destroying creatures that use them.
Should we keep it and control whatever it belongs to and be like, I'll fucking divine smite this thing right now, motherfucker?
Well, player question to fellow players: isn't this part of the items that we're supposed to be looking for in the first place?
No.
Heart?
Oh, okay.
I thought we were
Our
looking for an
quest,
amulet.
our
and
quest
rock.
says nothing about a lich.
Got it.
Our quest says nothing about a creature with a phylactery. We're going after a sphere and a rod, I think. Let me look it up in my notes again.
I'd say we just smash that baby and be done with it.
I'll smash it. I got a divine smite left. Level
Well,
2.
this thing may be part of whoever has the spear and the rod.
All right, just to
Do you want
clarify,
Did anybody investigate the rest of the room?
just to clarify here quickly.
I did. I ran an investigation to investigate the rest of, well, the area around it, that not the whole room, but just that area around it.
So just to clarify quickly what you, because our storyline has been so drawn out, the overall quest of this whole module is that supposedly you are looking for Martek's sphere of power.
Right.
Individually within the pyramid, Amun-Re has asked you to find his staff of ruling and the star gem of Mo-Pilar.
Okay. Do we hold on to the? So I'll say to Fecus, do we hold on to this heart and point at it, or do we smash it right now? Destroy it or keep it?
I think we need to contemplate that a little bit more for a second.
yeah, let's take a rest and maybe a short rest if it hasn't really been long enough to validate a long rest. I mean, I could use one. I'm pretty beat.
Keith, I mean, could this be part of like a religious ritual that Water Heart might be in the jar?
Well, given the Egyptian references that we've come across, that certainly seems like a possibility.
Yeah, I would agree with that logic.
So if we're doing a long rest, I will do the hut.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a long rest then if everybody's agreed to it.
So you're going to cast the hut inside this cavern right here?
Sounds good to me.
I recommend you cast the hut like in the middle, from the middle of the cavern.
And I'm going to keep pestering Redrith about that sword. He's not going to be happy with me. I'm just curious. Be better suited with somebody who's going to use it, right? Like, and I have the mental fortitude to perhaps resist even any condition like your own. Because at this point, if we've talked about it a few times, I've noticed him getting a little upset about the conversation. That's all.
Noticed who getting upset about what conversation?
Redrith.
Oh, okay.
Redrith has been getting upset about the sword conversation, but
I will also say it takes me 10 minutes to cast the dome, and I have to completely focus on that. So
stop talking.
Yeah, it's still.
And we all have to be inside the radius before he casts it.
Because if you aren't, then you get to stay outside. Now, granted, you guys back in where Varric and Hagar, the dome effectively blocks you guys off, so you could hang out
Sammy
out there
Hagar.
Too.
Sorry. I'm just minding my own business.
Yes, I would have moved inside the dome. Sorry, I was offhand.
If you need healing or spells, dome is the place for you.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I'm inside the dome. Because I can't talk to Redrith about the sword unless I'm in the dome.
The hunters would be brought inside too, right?
Right.
Oh, what about the gnome?
Prit just kind of figures he has friends and is hanging out like a familiar.
Yep. Now the dervishes, on the other hand, not that they've been disrespectful before, but they've obviously have a new level of respect after watching you guys take out that golem.
Cool.
And you know, they're not presuming that they're welcome, but they're kind of, you know, waiting to confirm that they're not being hushed out. But they do.
We will invite them in. I don't see any reason
plan on
not to.
sticking around with you until either their life is clearly in danger or they find their comrades.
Or we use them as fodder, whichever comes first.
I think that falls into the first category.
Well, and that puts us up to 9 creatures. So that's the max.
That's our max.
Yep.
Oh, what weak magic.
Just a question, why we all gathered together? I mean,
as I cast a fireball in the dome.
We're talking about the sword.
Well, let's be honest. The gnome already got his spoon out. He probably smacked his lip together. He probably had a decent meal for a while. With you fireballing us, it's a free range dinner for him.
Yeah, gnomes aren't into kidney, are they?
I've started to wonder that. Is that why we don't let Red sort of like cook or do campfires? He just constantly fireball everything when he kind of task.
I'm subtly concerned that the gnome is in with us. He could totally be putting.
We could stomp him like a bug. I don't know.
True. I don't know, but he does have.
I should remind you, you've all done an insight check on him, and not one of you have considered him a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spoon, maybe, that'd be suspect.
I don't know. He could be a grandmaster spoon wielder, all we know.
+5 Vorpal spoon.
There is no spoon.
Has anybody detected magic? Detect magic on that spoon.
I'm not burning a spell slot for that fucking spoon.
You're about to take a long rest.
I don't have any left. I only have a second level spell slot. I have a wizard, and then I look at his sword. And I look
Like I'm
to his
saying,
eyes and his sword.
Do you know
Like,
what's going to make me laugh is he
I
pulls out
can't do to detect magic. Well, no, actually,
Yeah.
the dome's not concentration, so I suppose I could do detect magic.
On a spoon, no. That's my thing. I just don't want to waste the time on a spoon. I mean, I ain't worried about this. No.
I mean, Keith, by chance, did he have a second spoon on him? And if he did he pull him out and start tapping him on his leg, playing a tune?
Are you searching him or asking him?
Oh, I can't. I'm in cat form. I'm just asking you to DM, play for DM.
You're gonna pat him down as the cat, huh? Say, oh my God, the cat's molesting me.
Keith,
Yes.
well,
check chat.
You may not.
Oh,
be-
shit.
Let me double check. Let's see.
somebody better detect magic on that spoon in case it has find Goliath liver as part of it.
Do I need to take that sword back? Is it making
but-
you paranoid? Like he's being crazy with his sword?
well, just imagine if the person who designed the sword actually designed the spoon as well as a test item, and that way constantly not letting go of the spoon.
Alex, you are correct. It has been actually less than 2 hours, but that rest was interrupted by the dervishes.
All right. Well, at this moment, I got to boogie out. So happy
Yeah.
Zombie Jesus Day for all of those if it's applicable. And we'll catch you guys in 2
Happy
weeks.
Zombie Jesus Day.
All right, take care of yourself.
Cheers.
And
Yeah.
I will talk to you soon, Albie.
All right. We'll do.
Yeah. So
I told the
guess-
wife 2:32, so
Yeah, probably a good time to call it. Actually, I really appreciate letting it run a little bit longer.
All
There's
good.
one more thing I was hoping you were going to find, but it can wait. I think we are looking at we might actually be able to finish this module before the end of the month, or not module, this chapter.
cool.
Nice.
Next one, the 17th.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we've got
That's cool.
the next session's the 17th. The session after that is going to be May 1st. So I was thinking that within 2 more sessions, we'll probably be finally finished with the temple or the pyramid.
Cool.
Cool.
So do we want to say that we didn't take a long rest and we are just short resting it? Because I get my divine sense and shit back too. So
You entirely have the option to do so, but yes, it has been less than 2 hours since your last long rest. Though that one.
Yeah, because I've got a timestamp at 6:20 p.m. We're starting to pack up from our night's rest. And then at the beginning of the session, the timestamp was like 7:30 something p.m.
Mhm.
right. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So it hasn't been that long since we last finished a long rest. So
That's what he was
a
saying.
short
Did-
rest
did it
would
get
be
interrupted or no?
acceptable. A long rest is a little.
It got interrupted, but you still got 7 hours of rest in, so most of your stuff was
Gotcha.
able to be replenished.
Yeah. Yeah. I was all back up to full when we started. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But before
oh,
everyone
I
takes
dumped my
off-
payload in that fucker.
Before everyone takes off, I will add this one little bit of ambiance, regardless of whether you take a long rest or a short rest. About a half hour into your
A siesta.
relaxations, or toning yourselves down and not feeling quite so on edge, all of you hear a moaning sound echoing through, coming from the southern tunnels, I should say.
All
I might
right.
just keep the hut up.
Yeah. Right.
Sounds good to me.
Long or short rest, either way, it's going to be valuable. And you
It
could
does-
cast it again, right? As long as you have the materials left.
And just so you
Like
know,
the
it
hut.
doesn't
It takes-
recur. You just hear it
That
once
was-
during your rest.
That was my last 3rd level spell slot, so I would need to do a long, do my 4
Right.
hours of rest before I get those spell slots back.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right, I gotta go before I get stabbed.
See you later.
Hope you
Take care of
enjoyed it.
yourself.
All right. See everybody in 2 weeks. Alex, I'll shoot a message. Well, I can't jam shit. There's so much involved with trying to fix my sheet. We'll try to figure something out, and I'll get on early next time.
All right, everyone. Have a great 2 weeks. You know how to reach me if you got any questions, and I'll leave the game table up for a little bit if you need to do any coding or sharing or inventory or notes. So have yourselves a good one.